Hey folks, sorry I'm late. Here I am. We are live, and today we are going to look at a lot of my old paper computer games, so let's do this. Alright. Okay, so first and foremost, we need some background music. Can't stream without background music. You guys know that, right? All right. Second of all, and perhaps most importantly, hey guys, how you all doing? Hey Yak. Yak says, Zach, while you were gone, I accomplished many things. That is good. That is good. I'm always glad to facilitate thing accomplishing through my absence. Scroll up and see, yeah, I saw all of it. Raise a child, start the most successful business of all time, learn heart surgery, serve a lifetime sentence in prison, finish the entirety of Worlds Collide, and oh my gosh. Okay, I'm so sorry, but I'll be right back. I'll be right back, I promise. My dinner's in the oven and it's about to burn. Sorry. All right, we're back. Sorry about that, folks. So far we have one viewer. I don't know if that's accurate or not, but if so, then it's Yak, because he's the only one talking. So hey, Yak. Zach's burning down the earth. Yeah, I am known to do that. Oh, we're up to 3. All right. So we should probably wait until we have probably about 5 viewers before I start showing my old PCGs. However, I will set up my second camera so that you guys can look at the nice PCG cover while we're waiting. And if anyone has any stuff they want me to, answer questions or whatever, feel free. Hit me up. I'm right here. So yeah. Hey JPGS, how's it going? So let's see. Let's turn on my cam. In theory, this should work. Alrighty. Now, which cover should I show you guys while we're waiting? I feel like the last thing was around. I feel like that's a quality, waiting cover. Let me see. We're going to number 3. All right, and this is upside down, so let's fix that. There we go. I think I would know my own camera stand, but alas, I do not. Okay. Oh, no, that is an iconic cover. Thank you. Good times. It's not going to be the first PCG I show. I am going to show it, but it's not going to be the first one. This is the 3rd of my modern series. So we have 4 viewers. How's everyone doing so far? today, for those who just got here, we are going to be showing some of my old paper computer games. I'm going to show them to you one by one. So you're gonna get a sense of the overall story, you know, the overarching, you know, themes that go through one game into the other. I'm doing good. That's good to hear, Yak. Man, I'm thirsty. I already finished my entire glass of water. Alright, so better now that the stream has started. Excellent. I am glad to hear that. In fact, maybe we should even be closer to this. And also I feel like maybe I should turn on this here extra light so you can see this maybe a little bit more clearly. I don't know. Does that make it better? Maybe. I don't know. What do you guys think? JPG says 15 more characters coming into Dragon Ball Z as DLC. That is pretty sweet. Man, we are still on 4 viewers. As soon as we get to 5, I will start. I should, there's 2 more games I want to find, I think, actually. Hold on. Found it. Water equals dead. Alright. We still have 4 viewers. I'm gonna refresh just in case that's just my thinking. I'm gonna add to the wiki that water is Zach's favorite drink. Yes, that is important information. Someone says that would be epic. Yeah, for sure. Epic indeed. Also add that he loves soup. Oh no! Under the Zach's diet category. Oh no. I already added soup and pencils to the wiki. So this turtle soup specifically. Oh no. Oh no. Poor Ansari. Does anyone watch Daily Dose of the Internet? I do not. What is that? Off. It's gotten pretty. This is a turtle to cover up his turtle eating actions. That is a good cover, now that you mention it. I mean, if I wanted to eat turtles, you know, and I was gonna pose as something, probably be a turtle. I mean, what else are you gonna pose as? Like a jaguar? I mean, I feel like, you know, the best in. We've lost a viewer? Oh man. Probably because I'm not starting. But you know, sort of, I don't know, it's a necessary trade-off. If I start too early, then like everyone is like, you know, or experiencing lag. That's not great. Down to YouTube is not receiving enough video to maintain smooth streaming, as such viewers will experience buffering. Oh, shoot. Hopefully it gets better. I mean, I don't know. There isn't a whole lot I can, you know, do about that. Except I could turn my modem off and on, but that would completely end the stream. Hopefully it gets a little bit better. Stream status poor. But like, what can I do about this? Stream settings, maybe? Can I like... The X is not a big deal. It's livable. Alright, alright. Guess we're just gonna have to keep going. But we're still down to like 3 people. So I can't start yet. Man, this is getting awkward. Maybe I should just start anyway? I don't know. I feel like not starting. Yak says, who cares about the late people? Yeah, but and we just lost another person. JPG says, have you tried Streamlabs before? Wait, what's Streamlabs? Am I using Streamlabs right now? I don't know. I don't know what Streamlabs is. I guess I probably haven't tried it if I don't know what it is. Yak says, early bird gets the worm, I say. Yeah, but see, when they come, they're just going to ask, like, oh, what does that have to do? Like, what happened before this? And I'm just going to have to explain it again. I mean, that's the way these things seem to go. But, yeah, alright, I guess if you guys want me to start, I guess I will start. In 5. Hold on. Wait, let me... Yeah, alright. So, are we to start, you guys? Is that what's happening right now? Alright, let me see. So, let me just give you a little bit of background, right? Oh, interesting. I found a lost screen. Oh, well that's handy. Alright, well. Before we dive into the main part of this, let's do a little bit of background. So for those not in the know, before I really started making paper computer games, Chris was the one who really made paper computer games. You saw my video, the first paper computer game ever made. That was the video that shows how we played the first paper computer game, and ever since that first game, Chris was the one who was really making PCGs. He was the PCG guy. And, you know, there were a few times when we were kids, like, you know, I tried making them, you know, because I was annoyed that, you know, why don't you ever make PCGs with color, you know? I wanted him to make color PCGs, and he never wanted to. And so I was like, fine, you know what? I'll make a PCG in color. And I did. I went home and I made a PCG in color, and it was kind of annoying to do. It took a lot of extra effort, and I was like, oh, I see why Chris didn't want to do this. So that was how, you know, I didn't really make many PCGs for that reason. I was like, all right, I wasn't as good at it as Chris, you know, and like, so I mostly decided, all right, I'll leave that to him. There were a couple, like every now and then I would just have a random idea for a PCG for somebody and I would just make it. As in that whole kid era. And this is one of those games. The only one from that era that I made that has survived to the present day. So I will start off by showing this one to you. There's also a video showing this off, you know, on this channel, but, you know, we are re-showing all the old PCGs today, because half of you probably have not seen those old videos, so that is what we're doing. This game, as you can see by the very big and prominent title, this is called Aux Game. Aux is short for auxiliary. This was inspired by my old computer. Back in the day, you know, with my computer would break, you know, if it would crash, you know, it would come back, but it would you know, it would come back in sort of a safe mode, and it would have like a special auxiliary version of some of the programs, like an auxiliary AOL. So this is like an auxiliary, like, PCG, sort of. And like you can see, it starts off dir/wp aux.shell.exe auxwin. This is like the kind of stuff it would show if like the system's booting up, like aux.aol.exe. That's like that is an actual program. I had aux.aol. AOL is America Online, for those not in the know, and that was what we used to access the internet back in the good old days. The late people can go eat a box of sand sanitizer. Oh, nice call out right there. I'm talking to you, Ann Starry. Yak says, what? That's unlike you, Zach, sympathizing with Chris. I know. I should have been, like, I apologize. I wish I had been, less empathetic. I shouldn't have done that. Anyway, Charles Daniel that says, oh my God, hi, Zach. Hi, Charles. How's it going? Yak says, it's Throwback Saturday. Yeah, for sure. Yak says, I was playing Roblox, then this showed up. Throwback Saturday? What you mean? No, because I'm talking about, the good old days. Anyway, this is, the oldest surviving PCG I made, like aux game. It's a random PCG I made at the time. This is not one of the ones that has color. This was not made for Chris to play. I think this is just one of my parents played it at the time. And yeah, so the premise of this game is that your computer crashes and it comes back in an aux form, an auxiliary form, and you have to try and get things back online. Like, this is the beginning, the cinematic. It says, deleting C : deleted. For those who don't know, C is like your hard drive. Like, that's basically means it's deleting all the files on your computer. So you have to proceed without any of the files. Oh, and it had all it's going through all these errors. See, error in C drive, unignorable error. DOS shell, no disk in drive. Some of these were real errors. Switching to memory chips. And I think I got tired of writing, so my dad continued writing this for me. You can see the switch in writing style. No path found, no drive available, no memory available. Only course is to destroy computer and start again. And it's like, escape. Pressing this automatically activates number 2. Press here to destroy computer only. Press here to destroy computer and mouse and North America. That's my dad being funny. So anyway, you would press one of those, and I guess that's what causes C to be deleted. So then you have to activate this. This is Microsoft aux Windows version 3.1. I had Windows 3.1 at the time, so you had to access that. And this was the folder you had available. Like, this is your games folder, and it's aux game. See, because like all your regular games are gone, so you had to click on aux game. That was the only game left. Yak says, oh, whoa, Zach's handwriting suddenly drastically improved in the middle of making this game. Right? It says, only 1/4 of game exists. You must get the rest to run. Oh, yeah. So you had to, like, search through the computer to find the rest of aux game in order to run it. And this is Emergency America Online for when your computer deletes C. And your screen name is Honcho, and your password is dumb. Because, of course, it is. Yeah, so this is actually a character. If you look up Honcho in the PCG Wiki, that's a character who started in this game. And I did put some references to that in my later PCGs, especially like Zuvak, The Life and Times of a Clown on a Stick. I connected that to this. Honcho would make his second appearance, like, 25 years later in Zuvak, The Life and Times of a Clown on a Stick. I don't know why this is another games folder. I don't know what's going on there. Or maybe that's another piece of the aux game. I don't know. Anyway. Oh, here we went into this other folder, and we find Aux Game Quarter 3. So that's one piece of it that we needed. Oh, this is inside of AOL. This is like if once you sign into Aux AOL, it says, welcome, Honcho. Top news story. Honcho C drive got deleted. Go to software search. You got mail. Here's channels. Yeah, because AOL back in the day, because like the internet wasn't fully fleshed out, there were channels. It had a kids channel, you know, games channel, you know, news channel, and you just clicked on one of the channels and it linked you to like a bunch of stuff. But anyway, but now we have Aux Kids, Aux Trekt, Aux Games, Aux.msb, and we had mail. And here's the mysterious part about this game. There's a letter that's called from somebody named D Game, and that's also the subject of the email. And it says D Game. Where is that actual email? I know it's in here. Like I wrote down an email. We'll get to it, I'm sure. Here's another quarter of Aux Game, but you have to download it from the internet. Oh, that's right. And here's like the download store. Yak says, well, everything is a character, Zach. These are PCGs you're talking about. Very true. There's nothing that's not in PCGs. Oh, hey, Anstarry, how's it going? Welcome. We are showing off my old PCGs. We just went back to the one I made, the only surviving one from when I was a little kid. We're going through that, and then we're going to get into the ones I made way later on when I was like probably 16 through 18, because that's when I started really making PCGs, but this is mostly for background. Charles Daniel Latt says, I'm done on my card game and my friends don't want to play it. It's so hard to make. Oh, that sucks. Kids games, Space Ghost Online. Yeah, good times. I was a Space Ghost fan. I used to watch Space Ghost cartoons. Game Grabber. Download these great games. And oh, yeah, that's right. So I'm not presenting this in the right order. You would probably like find this first, and you would click like IBM games. IBM is like what we would now call PC. At the time, like there was either Mac or IBM, but IBM was like a specific computer maker. And there were other computers that were IBM compatible computers. And later on, IBM stopped really making computers, and we just stopped calling them IBMs. We just started calling it PC. So PC is what we would have called IBM compatible back in the day. Anyway, that has nothing to do with PCGs. I'm just saying. Anyway, and Starry says I was just programming. That's awesome. What are you programming? Yeah, says Charles, you're telling me I know all about the difficulty of making card games. Oh my god, yes. Zuvak, the trading card game. That's intense. Oh, here's the email. The email from D-Game. This is like the mysterious part of this. The email's from D-Game to Honcho. Subject, D-Game. Date, beginning of game. And the email says, download games. Signed, Paper Computer Game Master. Who is D-Game? And why'd he send this weird hint? Download games. The answer would be revealed 25 years later in Zuvak, The Life and Times of a Clown on a Stick. So that is the oldest surviving PCG from me. That is Aux Game. And Sorry says I'm doing a game jam, which is a game competition. I have to finish a game in 3 days. Oh man, that's epic. Well, good luck. Best of luck in the competition. I'm sure you've got this. Is it like a computer game jam? Well, obviously you're programming. Duh. I don't know why I'm... Alright, so, Alright, so after that whole era when I was a kid, I would make like maybe one or two random PCGs for different people. I never really got into it because Chris was the PCG guy, you know? It's only after, when we were like 16, 17-ish, that Chris got back into making PCGs, and, that, like, put it on my mind, and, I was actually with Pierre, and I was like, You know what we used to do? We used to make these things called paper computer games. Let me make one for you. And I whipped up a quick paper computer game, and the result was this. This is, I titled it Paper Computer Game Number 1, The Evil League of Evilness, the first of my new series of paper computer games. Yak says you should make a video about your game. Yeah, I should, but Drinja is kind of bad. It's not bad, Anstarry. It's good. I quite enjoyed it. Like, just like, I know we're all our own toughest critics, but it was a cool game. So, and like, listen, I'm here making a video about my old paper computer games, which the art is not impressive, yet you guys are all here watching me talk about my terrible old games. So I feel like Drinja looks a lot more professional than any of this stuff. So anyway, someone says, see, this is the classic PCG artwork. Yes, indeed it is. All right, so this is Paper Computer Game starring Pierre, but this is Pierre's full name, Pierre Christian Cañas Florida Buen Viaje. And her nickname is Pom Pom. So I don't know. I enjoyed that she had a long name, so I wrote the whole thing. Anyway, this is number 1, The Evil League of Evilness. Now, to put you in the mindset I was in at this time, like I wanted this to be sort of like an extension of Chris's games, like a spin-off of Chris's games. You know, so the intention from the very beginning was for this to be in the same exact universe as Chris's game. So this is like the first thing that isn't a Chris game that's definitely set in the same universe as Chris's games. And Starry says, wait, is that her full legal name? Wow, that's super long. Yeah, it is. It is. Well, okay, so Pierre Christian is her first name. It's like, I don't think it's hyphenated, but like that's the full first name is Pierre Christian. Middle name is, oh, well, I don't know what Cañas is. That's just kind of there. Florida is like her proper middle name. Buen Viaje is her last name. Why? I don't know. I do not know. Charles Daniel, yes, says, where'd you learn to draw, or did you just start drawing? No one teach you? Yeah, no one taught me. I just started drawing and making PCGs. I did later on take art classes. That was well after this, but it's only like one semester for college. And, I mean, I did learn some stuff from there, but the vast majority of my art skill came from making PCGs, basically. Just the more you make, the better you get at it. Anyways, so, yeah, well, yeah, so I wanted to make a PCG to demonstrate, like, basically what Chris's games are like. So for that reason, this game is going to be basically, like, my attempt at making a Chris game. Like, this is before I figured out I could do my own stuff and build onto it. This is my attempt at making my version of a Chris game to show someone how cool PCGs are. And, you know, like, on the cover we've got this airplane. It's flying over the landscape. Here's Pierre. Her hair is super long. It wasn't that long in real life, obviously, but just flying out the window. But that, you know, artistic license. And Starry says, dude, Pierre probably made her substitute teacher so confused. I know, right? Yak says, you can tell Zach's art school experience through his great use of line weight on floor tiles. For sure. For sure. So, here, like, but I started the PCG with something that Chris didn't do because, you know, Chris was making it for me, who'd played a million. But I wanted to introduce it to a new person, so I started it with this comic to introduce new people to paper computer games. So, the comic starts out. Let me just get this closer so you can see it a little bit better. All right. It says, This is a paper computer game. Welcome to the tutorial. This is you, Pierre. Hi! To climb the ladder, simply say, climb ladder, or however you want to phrase it. To pick up an item, say, get item, whatever that is. So, like, there's like a gun here. I guess you would have to climb up the ladder. To use an item, look at your inventory screen and give the command to use that piece of inventory. So, like, she got the gun and now she's, like, shooting at the target. She says, heh heh. Over here, there's, like, it says sample inventory screen. So she's got a gun, necklace, coin. It says, other than that, basically make your way through each screen. You have to solve puzzles, kill enemies. Pierre says, but how do I kill enemies? It says enemies are basically puzzles. Figure out how to kill them. So see here, she like shoots the gun up at this thing, which is like tied to the ceiling, and she shoots the rope, and then it falls onto this enemy and kills him or knocks him out or whatever. And it says if you die, and there's like a million people, like here's Pierre, so here's like a million people shooting at her. Crossbow, 2 guns shooting at her, like I don't know what, like a frisbee launcher or something, a laser gun, a missile, all just shooting at her all at once. So it says if you die, simply say save game and you'll be restored to right before you got killed. And she says, now I know not to press this button. So see, like, this is like the same room, but like before and after she pressed the button. So see, so it says enjoy. And speaking of, this is my rendition of Zuvak at the time. This is pretty epic right here. I was going off memory, and it had been many years since I'd seen, like, I didn't really remember what Zuvak properly looked like. So I forgot that he's supposed to have, like, the tripod feet, the round head, and the straight hair. So I just drew him wrong. So later, when I showed, like, after we played this game, and I showed this game to Chris, he corrected me, and that's why I started drawing Zuvak the right way. But yeah, this was my early rendition of Zuvak, and of course, I signed it as Zach, because that is who I am. So now that that is over with, let me see what chat is saying, because I could not see you guys this whole time. Oh, hey, Dude Tune Paper, how's it going? Just showing my super old PCGs from when I was like a teenager or whatever. And my art was terrible, as you can tell. Yak says, wait, what? You have a gun? Puzzle of the century. Boxvac now appearing in Zuvak, the trading card game. Yes, that is very true. So yeah, Yak just showed me the other day, like, he made a card based on my, like, this early version of Zuvak that I made. Which is now appearing in Zuvak, the trading card game. Only Yak's version of this is like a million times better than mine. Like, it's drawn to look epic and kind of creepy, honestly. Not that this one isn't creepy, but his is like even creepier, and it looks so good. It is so good. So yeah, it is just awesome to see like somebody's fantastic rendition of my terrible rendition of Zuvak. I love it. I love it. So yeah, Zuvak the trading card game is going to be amazing. I'm not sure if I should show that on stream. But if you want me to, Yak, I definitely will. Yak says, what if it turned out Zach wasn't even Zach? It was just Chris in a mask. You never know. You never know. Anyways, let's get on to the game itself. Yak said I just leaned into the creepy. Yeah, makes sense. Good choice there. Because that was definitely what Zuvak was all about at this point. I feel like I need some more comedic music for this part of the game. Hold on. Okay. All right, here's where this game starts. Once again. Your opinion is garbage. You too. Anyways, I don't trust turtle eaters. Oh no. Listen, Anstarry, don't take that. Turtle eaters unite. So this game starts with, like, this is taking place in Zach's house, but Zach's not here. See, at this time in my life, in real life, Pierre was staying with me at my house because, for various reasons, her family situation at home, basically she needed foster care, she needed a place to stay, and, she stayed with different people in our group at different times. She stayed with one friend, then another friend, then with me for a while. But anyway, at this point in the game, it takes place, right where, in PCG tradition, it takes place right where real life left off. And it's Pierre, at my house, sitting at my computer, looking at pics of Final Fantasy guys, because Pierre had a thing for Final Fantasy guys. I do not. I'm sorry. No, turtle eaters don't unite. I don't eat turtles. Dude, that's like. Yak says turtle lives matter. True. It's true. They do. And Sari says, dude, that's like, bruh, just show us proof you aren't a bot. Like, bruh. Proof. It is true. It is difficult to prove a negative. I feel like the burden of proof in this situation is probably not on Anstaree. As much as I hate to take the side of a turtle eater. Sorry. Just saying. Anyways, right, so here we are. And yeah, Pierre was looking at pics of Final Fantasy guys, and all of a sudden, I first hid this part, and I said, okay, you're looking at pics of Final Fantasy guys, and then slowly you realize somebody's behind you. And when Pierre saw this, she screamed. She was just like, ah! like, oh my god, who is that? What is behind me? And of course, this is Zuvak, and he's like, greetings, I'm Zuvak. And see, the story behind this is that Zach, at this time, Zuvak usually goes on adventures with Zach, but Zach is busy doing something else, and there's an important mission that needs to happen right now. So Zuvak, in his desperation, is now coming to Pierre to get her to do a mission for him. And Pierre's like, no, I don't know, maybe. And Zuvak's like, okay, so here's the mission, right? You got to go to Germany and, meet up with somebody else who's working with me, whose name is Ari. And you guys have to meet up. And this is to stop this guy who's a member of the company. Actually, I didn't use the word company, because, see, I didn't remember it was called the company. See, that's why this PCG is called the Evil League of Evilness, because I didn't remember what it was called. I didn't remember it was called the company. I just thought, this evil organization. So I called it the Evil League of Evilness. So that's just what I was calling it in this PCG. Don't ask me why. But that's another thing that later, after Chris saw this game, he remembered it was called the company, so he corrected me. He kind of course-corrected my PCGs so that they were more faithful to his PCG universe. Which is good, because, I wanted them to be faithful to his universe. I wanted to be, part of the same universe. Yak says that's kind of weird to have a thing for pixely game characters. Yeah, but look at the concept art though. It's just like anime characters, and they're perfect human figures. So Anstaree says, "Yo no como las tortugas," which is Spanish for I definitely eat the turtles. See that is my perfect translation skill right there. Yak says, gotta love the top tier naming in PCGs. I know, right? I'm just the master. And Starry says, Zach, I want the company in my paper game. Mom, we have the company at home. The company at home. The evil league of evilness. Yes. Charles Daniel, yeah, that is what Zubak looks like, but in a box. And with frizzy hair and with a weird head. See, like, his head is all flat. Zubak has more like of a round head, you know, as you can see. In any event, yeah, so after Pierre sort of accepts the mission, like I said, okay, some guys break in through the window, capture Zuvak, and leave. So now Pierre has to pursue them, which kind of raises the question, you know, what's the deal with the whole mission to go to Germany? Like, you know, like if our purpose is to follow the guys who took Zuvak, you know, that. Anyway, clearly I didn't think this through. But anyway, so you follow Zuvak out, and this is the backyard of Zach's house. Canonically, behind Zach's house in the PCG universe is a maze screen because, you know, of course there is. You come over down here, like this is Pierre, and you have to like, and you have to, wait, maybe that's too bright, I don't know. Yeah, so you have to figure stuff out. I'm pretty sure, like, okay, like you have to do stuff in a certain order, right? Like if you come down this way, there's like a dinosaur, and you have to get past the dinosaur to get this thing that was behind the dinosaur. But you shouldn't go off this way and follow that path because that's a trap. See, that's the thing about this. This was a tradition, is that if you go off and follow like any one of these paths that isn't the right path, it just leads to certain death in a different way. So like in what you it's like, okay, I'll go off the path this way. And it's like, all right, you fall off a cliff and die. And it's like, oh, okay, I'll go off the path this way. And it's like, okay, you fall into a pit of alligators. You know, it's like each one of these paths, if you follow it off the screen, it leads to certain death. And these are walls, so like you can't go outside of these paths. You can't just like walk randomly this way, right? You have to stay within the lines essentially. Yak says, what do you mean? This is a perfectly plotted out storyline. I'm surprised a major film company didn't approach you for a television adaptation. I know, right? I did actually start making a cartoon adaptation one time. I still have it partially made, and it actually has Pierre's voice in it and my voice, but it's bad, so I never released it on this channel. It's like really cringe. And it's also not done. I even made some original art for it, but yeah. Anyway, Then Starry says, LMAO, you go into the fifth path and you die of a sudden heart attack. Yeah. I probably did something like that. So anyway, if you come down this path, you can find this. This is a broken AOL CD. Once again, AOL is America Online, which is how we accessed the internet back in the good old days. By this point, oh no, I was still using AOL, but people were migrating to other things, but I was like the last person to migrate away from AOL. Anyway, so broken AOL CD, this became a major weapon. Over here's a bomb, so you can get that as well, so that you can put that in your inventory screen. Yak says, is it another one of those MS Paint animations? No, it's actually like, it uses like actual pictures of this game, as well as some original art, and it's just like, show a picture and like our voices talking over it, and then show another picture. Like an example of what I was trying to go for, I was trying to make another one like my Spaceballs cartoon. You can find that. Did I put that on this channel? I'm not sure if I did. But I definitely put it on my other channel, my Zach Rosatelny channel. So it's definitely there. and I may have uploaded it on this channel as well. Either way, it's called Spaceballs Cartoon. So like, Charles Daniel Yatt says, what year were you born? 1985. So, in any event, and sorry, says, so essentially you made a documentary with Pierre. Nice. Yeah, or not a documentary. It was supposed to be like an adaptation, like that's the official cartoon adaptation. But you know, before I could animate, so it was just like, it's just still image, you know. Again, it was bad. That's why I didn't upload it. Yak says the year 123964. Oh man, that's a lot of years. Zach is from the future. Ah, true, I am. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15. So that's 1.2 quadrillion years into the future. Because the universe is only 14 billion years old, so that's like many times the age of the universe into the future. Anyway, so what was I talking about? Right, so here we run into problems because like there's guys, right? See these guys? Those are like kind of stick figure guys. It's tradition in Chris's games to have guys that are like stick figures be enemies. So these guys have guns, and this guy has a motorcycle. So you can't just like approach these guys and attack them because they'll kill you. There's 3 of them. They have a straight shot at you, right? So you come over here, and it's like you know, they're shooting at you, like, and you die. You know, that's what happens. So okay, save game. You come back and like. You gotta get more cleverer than that. Like maybe like come over here to the corner, like where these, you know, this wall is sort of like a corner, and just like roll the bomb at them without getting shot yourself, and like hide behind the wall. That'll work. That'll blow them up. And you have to get, like, the reason these guys are here, like, you don't have to get past them to go this way. No. That's one of the trap ways, you see. The reason these guys are here is because you need this bike. You need this bike because you see over here, this is actually the right way to go. You see, and over here there's like, this is like a ramp. You have to drive up the ramp and you jump over this water. Because see, this water is infested with crocodiles. So, like, you can't swim through it. You just need to, jump over it with the motorcycle. That's the only way. But then that's not enough because, see right here, this is a door that's electronically sealed. The only way to, are people still here? Like, people aren't saying anything. That's freaking me out, so I'm refreshing the page. I guess people just really weren't saying stuff. Okay. Is anyone still here? Says Stream Health Excellent. Okay. Alright, I guess just the audience left. Should I keep talking or not? Oh, Charles says the water has sharks, so you need a bike. Crocodiles. I remember specifically it was crocodiles. Oh, hey, Ansari. Thanks for saying that. But yeah, so by the way, this game is available on the PCG shop, you know, because clearly it's, you know, amazing, best PCG ever. So if any of you guys feel the burning need to download this, and you know, it has a script and everything, so you can know what everything does. But you know, in any event, so yeah, the only way to get through this here electronic door was this over here. This was a computer. And to access the computer, you needed a key card, which I'm not sure if it was this or if it was buried in the thorn bush. I remember. Oh, no. It was this. I don't understand how that works. Are you supposed to like jump back? Like, how do you jump across, get the key card, jump back, go to the computer, and then come back, jump over again, and now this door is open. But anyway, I don't know. That's yeah, so that's basically what you had to do. Oh yeah, you had to find. There was a book of matches, I think, in this here Thornbush. But anyway, you had to use the key card to gain access to the computer. Then with the computer, you could turn off this this electronically sealed door, and then you jump back across, and you can like proceed this way, and that is how you beat that screen. So then we move on to the next screen now, because this was a maze screen, even though this was my terrible rendition of a maze screen. Like, I was trying to do the maze screens like Chris did, but his looked more like mazes. I mean, it's the same idea. You have to go around and do different things, and one thing activates another thing, and you have to, kind of go back and forth throughout the maze. But mine, instead of doing a maze, I just did 5 paths, which is boring. But anyway, it is still technically a maze screen. So it is traditional in paper computer games that after a maze screen is a flight screen. So that's what we get to next. Well, this isn't actually a flight screen yet, so there's like some build-up, because like this is an airplane. So here's like the wheel of the airplane, and here's Pierre. So like we have to get inside the airplane. That's this screen. Charles Daniel Lat says, "What's that thing in the back of the dyno?" I do not know. That's a good question, but I did write it down in the script. So if you want to know the answer to what this is, it is on the script, which is which comes with this game when you download it on the PCG Wiki. So, there you go. The answer is out there. The truth is out there, you guys. Yeah, and Starry says, this maze screen is like wiggly spaghetti. Yeah, dude. Yeah, for sure. But the real question is spaghetti soup? Ah, see? And more specifically, is spaghetti turtle soup? I'm just mixing just way too many in-jokes right now. I need to stop. Anyway. So, yeah. The trick here is you need to get inside the airplane. You really needed to do, I think, maybe 2 things. I think you can climb up on the wheel, but then you can't climb up the leg as easily because it's smooth metal. So you had to climb up halfway and then use your necklace to grapple onto this thing, which pulls the door open, and then you can pull yourself up from there. So then that's how you get into here. This is the next screen. And here we're inside the airplane. And now this is sort of like a side view, and you have to go up 1 level at a time. Now over here, see, there's a rope hanging up, and that's how you climb up to the next level. I don't know who designed this airplane. This is sort of not the, most people would design an airplane with a better way to get up to the next floor than just a rope hanging down, but okay. And Starry says, what? No, spaghetti turtle soup. Anyways, so yeah, that's the way to get up to the next level, is to climb up this rope. But see, this guy's up here, so if you start climbing up, he shoots you. And if you start to come over here to throw something at him, he shoots you. And even if he hears something of you, if you try to pull yourself up high enough to just put something on the floor like a bomb or whatever, he shoots you. So the trick is, see, here's this handle is on the ceiling, right? Let me see if you guys can see that clearly. Yeah, you can see that pretty okay. So see right here, there is a handle, and the trick is you have to hold onto this handle while holding onto the rope, and then swing down, and that swings you up such that you kick this guy too fast for him to shoot you. And that's how you beat that guy. Then you have to beat him up and, take his gun or whatever. But then, see, the next thing is once you do that, here's a ladder, right? And there's a landmine over here. And if you just climb up and walk over it, it blows up and it kills you. So, save game, obviously. That's no good. So you have to come over here and, like, shoot it with the gun. Because this guy's gun had 1 bullet. You have to use it to shoot the landmine. That blows up. And you survive. So then you can just climb up the ladder and walk normally over here. Climb up the stairs. And you get... I think you just get up in here fine. But then over here, there's a laser gun. And... it, like, that laser gun points down to shoot you. And Starry says, wow, that's sophisticated. Yeah, I mean, thanks. Yeah, I mean, it's... You could call it sophisticated. You could call it unnecessarily convoluted. I don't know. However you want to, like, look at it. Yak says, why does it say in the corner of the page, smash like and... No. It does not say that, Yak. It does not say that. Oh, no. Anyways, there's only 4 people here, and I'm pretty sure they're already subbed. I don't know if they already liked, but still, they already subbed. So, I feel like it's probably not going to do anything anyway. So I feel like I averted your trap because of that, you see. So yeah, it doesn't count unless there's more people here. That's my out. Anyway, so so like yeah. How did you have to beat this laser gun? I forget. I think you had to like use the AOL CD to like reflect its beam back at it or something like that. I don't know. Anyway, once it's beaten, you have to like... There's actually no way up here. You just have to run up this ramp and then jump and grab onto this and then pull yourself up. This is the worst designed airplane of all time. Potentially, unless you count some of the airplanes in Chris's games. I mean, that is what this was inspired by. I was trying to do Chris's style. So this was my, because I was like, well, Chris always had like ridiculous stuff inside his airplane. So that's the way. Not just inside airplanes, but inside everything. Nothing like was realistic on the inside. And Starry says, Zach, did you just plug your own channel? Oh no, I'm so sorry. Oh. Anyway, so then you get to the control panel, and finally, we are flying the dang airplane. Now, so far, by the way, this game is like basically following the trajectory of Chris's recent game at the time, like the game that he had made right before this, that inspired me to make this. Like, it's like you're at home, and then you're contacted by Zuvak, and then you have to. There's a maze screen, and then you have to get inside an airplane. I mean, the details of the screens are different. But the same basic idea, but it's going to diverge at some point. But yeah, like basically that was completely what this game was. I was just combining different elements of Chris's games and putting it together. Like, I think like that's how this sort of works. You start out imitating somebody else, and then out of that you sort of develop your own style and make it your own, which is what happened for me. But anyway. And Starry says, dude, this airplane must be so tall from the outside. I know, right? But, like, this is the airplane we see on the cover. And it looks sort of normal. So, I don't know. What is going on? Of course, you could argue the cover might not be exactly canon. I mean, Pierre's hair is super long on the cover, so who knows? Yak says, guys, help me with this crossword. What's a 4-letter word for enjoy? Love. Yes, love. Thank you, N Starry. That's the only one I'm gonna say. So, yeah, here's the flight screen. Now, this is pretty much identical to Chris's flight screens. Basically, the way this works is here you're an airplane, and here's some clouds. And here's some enemy fighter jets that are trying to shoot you down. And you have to kind of like strategize, right? If you get in front of an airplane, it'll shoot you down. But you can kind of go around the clouds, and when you're hiding behind a cloud, see, this guy can't see you. But meanwhile, this guy's moving, and you got to kind of like go around it, right? So like, yeah, so you got to kind of like get behind him, shoot him down, but meanwhile this guy like maybe gets a shot on you, so you can duck inside clouds, duck around clouds, kind of got to strategize where you're going with where everyone else is, and you got to shoot down the other two planes. So that's basically what this screen was all about. Yak says, gosh dang it, and Starry. And sorry, says, wait, it's this paper game. I know this. Oh, hey, Cool Crafter. How's it going? Anyway, so, yeah, so after you... And Starry says, wait, I've seen this paper game? Wait, you have? I have shown it before on the channel. Like, this video is me showing my old games. So, because, like, most of my audience probably hasn't seen it. So, yeah. Yeah, this was the first of my paper computer games, like, basically. So, anyway, or at least the first of my new series of paper computer games I started making when I was, like, an upper teenager. Anyway, so at the end of the screen, like, once you shoot down these guys, but they get a good missile shot on you, so you start going down. You're like, you're going down, your wings are burning, and then you crash right into this building here, like, whoosh. And by the way, I don't know if you guys are noticing, but, like, see here, there's, like, these little circles. And throughout this game, there's been screens with, like, little circles. Those were added later. Those weren't part of the original game. Because I was going through all my old games and hiding coins in them. These are coins. And those are coins that can be spent somewhere else. Somewhere else in the PCG universe. I'm not going to say where. I'll leave that for a future video, but that's what these coins are, in case anyone was wondering. And Story says, Zach, have you played this on a stream before? I've definitely seen you play it before. Yes, but this was one of my streams from my very early channel. So yeah, I think more recently, Cold Breeding Werewolf might have... Yeah, Cold Breeding Werewolf called in and did a playthrough of this game on my channel. So yeah, it's been around. But we're going to get into more games that I haven't shown if we can get through this one. And so he says, this is how parents describe their journey to school. Right? Charles says, I have a question. Yeah, sure, shoot. What is it? Anyways, so the plane crashes into this building. You get out of the burning plane inside the building. And here you are, so here's this whole plane. It's burning. And right outside the plane, there's Pierre, and she meets up with Ari, which is who Zuvak wanted her to meet up with here in Germany. And so Ari's just like, well, took you long enough. Like, I've been waiting for you so we can make our assault into, this guy's mansion. And Pierre's all like, dude, first of all, I just crashed a plane, chill, like, give me a minute. Second of all, what guy? What are we talking about? And Ari's like, yeah, so there's this guy, Rorik. I've been tailing him for a while. He's definitely a member of the company. We need, I found all the evidence I need for that. We need to break into his mansion, and I'm pretty sure he's kidnapped, like Zuvak and also my sister Colette. And Pierre's like, oh, shoot. All right, yeah, for sure. Let's break into his mansion. So they go out the door, and anyway, So the next screen is we are in, like, Ari's rented car, and we're driving down here. This is basically just like another maze screen. There's, like, guys over here, but this is, like, a simple one, right? If you go down this path, you're going to get shot. If you go down this path, you're going to get shot. If you go down this path, you're going to get shot. So clearly there's only one path left. It's this one. And what you do is you just go down this path. This is a ramp. You jump the ramp. Here's another ramp. You jump. By the way, these are supposed to be hedges in the middle, like, and this over here, all the way at the bottom, that is the guy's mansion, Rorik's mansion. His name is Rorik, the company dude. We're catching. Charles says, if space don't have oxygen, why does Earth have oxygen? Earth has a lot of stuff space doesn't have, because, like, see, the Earth formed, like, see, the Earth and all the planets of the solar system formed out of the original nebula, which is a big cloud of gas, and that nebula collapsed into different, like, pockets, basically, and, like, different stuff settled to different places within the Earth's atmosphere as a result of just basically how heavy those materials are. So anyway, yeah, that's my super short explanation. But anyway, yeah. Anyway, also space, like, sort of does have oxygen. Like elements like that are made inside stars. And anyway, this is not a science stream. This is a PCG stream. So I will answer science questions, but I'm you know, gonna make it brief. And so he says, "Oh, I watched Cold Breeding Werewolf play this. Yeah, I have. Oh, sweet, dude. Yeah, that's right. I remember you were in chat." Yak says, "Zach, have you subbed to my channel yet? If not, please do." Dude, of course I've subbed to your channel. What, you think I'm not gonna sub to your channel? Utam says, I've subbed to you. I mean, Cool Crafter says, I've subbed to you both my accounts, and you subbed to my Cool Crafter channel. Well, thanks so much, dude. Anyways, so, what am I doing? Right, so yeah, that's the solution to this. You just drive down this way, jump up the ramps, and then the final ramp, you just land on top of this guy, crushing him, so you win. Like, now you can just drive right up into Rorik's mansion. And by the way, this mansion, for some reason, it's not just, like, he named it, and the mansion is called the Hor, H-O-R, House of Rorik. That's his super creative name for his house. The House of Rorik, the Hor. Wait. What do you mean you did it? I didn't say anything. What are you talking about? No. I was talking about subbing to your channel. Anyway, so then we go inside the House of Rorik. And inside... Uh-oh. Who is it? Who is this? All right, everybody who knows who this is, say his name in chat. Say it. You guys know it. And Story says, Zach, that house name is Dude. That was not the intention. I know what you're thinking, but like it sounds the same, but it's spelled differently, so it's not the same word. Anyways, so Charles says Chris. No, his name is not this. Anstarry says fat guy, and Anstarry is correct. At this time, it was tradition for the fat guy to appear in every single paper computer game. Not really. Chris didn't even put him in every single paper computer game, but I did. You know, it became a tradition. And like, or at least it doesn't have to appear in every single game, but like every person at this time in the PCG community put the fat guy in their games. It was sort of like a thing. He just at least, well, at this time, like when I made this, the PCG community was just me and Chris. Later, I would show these games to my friends and get Kurt and Keith into making PCGs and Pierre into making PCGs. Miles even tried making a PCG. Yak says the skinny guy. Nice call out, because, well, I'm actually not going to explain that right now because we're going to see who the skinny guy is a little later in this stream. But nice call out, Yak, and that is technically correct. But right now, he is called the fat guy. Anyways, so, yeah, this is a classic fat guy puzzle. For those who don't know, the fat guy is super fat. He is blocking the way. And he's like, I can't get past me. So if you try to get past him, you can't because he's too fat. But, like, all right, well, what if we try to climb over him? Like, well, first of all, he's super slippery, so you can't. And also, if you try, he kind of, like, pushes you off. And it's like, what? And, you know, okay, but what if we try shooting him with a gun? Well, that doesn't work either. His skin is like so thick that it just like bounces off him. He's like completely invulnerable to conventional weapons. Like that's how fat he is. You know, so like it's like, all right, well, you know, what if we try and like stand on something? No, it doesn't work. Like the only way you just have to get the fat guy out of the way. And the puzzle is pretty simple. See, here's a can of Slim Fast, and that'll make the fat guy shrink, but you have to feed it to him. He'll so the fat guy hates Slim Fast, so he'll refuse to drink it. But here's a needle. If you put Slim Fast on the needle and poke the fat guy with it, it'll get inside his bloodstream, and then he'll shrink, and he will cease to be the fat guy, and he'll be out of your way. So you just kind of go past him, and he might even be beamed away at the last second. And Story says, LMAO, the fat guy doesn't have skin, he has blubber. Good point. But yeah, this was like, because like in Chris's recent revival, recent at the time, he had a fat guy puzzle just like this one, only his was actually more well thought out. Like his, like you actually had to think more beyond just like mine, I just put the thing and the two things and you have to put them together. That was the whole puzzle. Whereas in Chris's game, like, it was at least a little bit more complicated than that. There was, like, a cabinet. You had to look inside. You had to, you know, there was, like, a few more steps. Mine, like, but I just couldn't remember all of them, so I just made it like this. But despite that, Pierre had just as much trouble with it. It took her so long to figure out to put the Slim Fast on the needle. I can't imagine why. But, yeah, says that's perfect fat guy timing. I'm drawing a fat guy card right now. Wait, what? But the fat guy's not Zuvak. There's gonna be a fat guy in Zuvak. There must be a fat Zuvak. Oh my goodness. I mean it's a Zuvak fat guy, but still. Gotcha. Hey, cool co-brooding werewolf. Speak of the devil. Welcome. We were just talking about how you played this game on a stream. Wait. Yeah, anyway, so, yeah, you get past the fat guy, and then you go down this door. And then that door leads here, right? And here it is, guys. This is the boss fight. Every PCG has to have a boss fight at the end, am I right? And this is my epic and awe-inspiring boss fight. See this right here? This is Rorik. This is the guy that we've been chasing after this whole time. By the way, this is Pierre and this is Ari. And we Rorik has just pointed this massive gun at you guys. Like, that is Rorik, you know? And he's got these two guys. He looks kind of bigger than him. He's like, huh, you thought you could just get away with this, eh? Cold Brooding Werewolf says Avengers theme intensifies. Yeah, totally. Charles Daniel Ladd says mine does not have boss fight. LOL. That's okay. Like, they don't all have to have a boss fight. I'm just, you know, that was my mentality at the time. Like, PCGs have boss fights at the end, but there's tons of PCGs that don't have boss fights at the end. That was just how I did things. Anyway, yeah, like, how do you beat this guy? Well, thing number one, there's a hook up here. And thing number two, if you use your necklace, you can grapple onto it and I think you had to use your necklace to grapple onto it and swing and kick him or something. I forget what the exact solution is. But once again, this game is available on the PCG shops and it has a script. So the correct answer is there. And Story says, Pierre and Ari look pretty similar. I don't know what you're talking about, dude. I don't know what you're talking about. See, they're completely different. See, Ari has like, his hair is like a line going down and then a line going to the side, whereas see, Pierre's hair is kind of curved a little bit, you see? Also, Ari has like a little angry eyebrow there, whereas see, Pierre, does not. So completely distinct characters, right? You see, right, guys. Yak says, love the differences in characters here. Thank you, Yak. They're all very unique. Anyways, so yeah, as I recall, you were supposed to beat Rurik at somehow, but Pierre didn't do that. Pierre grappled up here and just ran away, leaving Ari to fend for himself. Because Pierre, was a horrible person in these PCGs. Yeah, so she just, rolled this way. And Ari, like I just said, all right, well, he gets past them anyway. Because Ari is competent. He knows what he's doing, so he gets past them as well. All right, so we get to the next screen, the final screen. And, it is... Look who it is. It's Colette in a cage and Zuvak in a cage. You guys might remember this from my video on the first PCG ever made, because this screen is basically my new version of that screen from the classic PCG, because once again, I was mixing elements from Chris's PCGs. That's basically what I did. And Story says, Zach puts up science glasses. I've been waiting to answer this question for an eternity. Explains the subtle differences between Ari and Pierre. Pretty much, right? Yak says, you see, Ari's head looks like an Easter Island head, whereas Pierre has an egg. Totally. Shoot that bad seed. Charles Daniel Ladd says, I have an idea. I'm going to make a Zuvak PCG. Awesome, dude. You should. Utem says, Ari, the one who played Pokemon with Stop with Zach. Yes, correct. That is correct. Ari is the guy who played Pokemon Stop with me. Good catch. Yeah. So anyway. Yeah, so you have to save Colette and Zuvak. You found them. So now, but here's the puzzle, right? There's 3 levers, there's 3 switches, and there's 3 knobs. And you have to press the right one of these, pull the right one of the levers, push the right one of the switches, and turn the right one of the knobs. And then they will be released, and you fall into the sewers. Hey, what a coincidence. Just like the first PCG ever made. I was just shamelessly copying Chris's games. But nonetheless, this is canon. So canonically, in the PCG universe, this same exact thing happened twice. Cobra World says, Mirage of Zuvak has started. The story will revolve around time traveling to save Zuvak in an alternate dimension. One of them is this game. That is awesome, Cold Brooding Werewolf. Yak says, whoa, did you just say Zach? Shoot that bad seed? I don't know, did I? Honestly, when I'm streaming, things, that doesn't sound like something I would have said, but in streams, things just kind of come out of my mouth. Maybe I get possessed by demons. I don't know, I mean, not really, obviously. Okay, so that was Paper Computer Game number 1. The Evil League of Evilness. We've beaten it. It ends on a cliffhanger with them falling into the sewers, just like how the very first ever Paper Computer Game ended. But the next game is going to go a little bit different. So what do you say, guys? Are we ready to take a look at Paper Computer Game number 2? Cold Burning Werewolf says, let's just say I hacked your mic. Yeah, that's pretty much what happened. Where is the next game, you guys? You guys are hiding it from me. Amongst all my other bazillions of games. Manipulation. Here we go. Here we go. Just right in the middle, because of course it is. Because I don't organize. And Story says, yes! Awesome. Yes! Yak says, oh, blaming it on a demon. Of course you would say that. Of course. Paper computer game number 2. The Alien Abduction. Once again, this is starring Pierre Christian Pierre Christian Pom Pom Cañas, Florida. Buen viaje. And Uttam Singh says, please overview Balzac Globotron. Good point. Very good point. But I think that is going to be the next stream. That's my plan. Is I'm going to do all of these in this stream, and I'm going to do Balzac Globotron in the next stream, because Balzac Globotron needs to be its own stream. Okay, so the other tradition that this continues from the first game is that Pierre's hair is just super long. She's flying a thing, but this time it's a UFO. This is like a flying saucer seen from the side. And her hair is coming out the window. It is just super long, only now it's like way longer. So that's like the tradition for Pierre's hair to be super long. I feel like I need some more water. I'm gonna be right back and get myself another glass of water, you guys. So sorry about that, but I'll be right back. Yak says you're gonna actually do Balzac. You know it, dude. You know it. I'll be right back. Sorry. Okay. Now I'm now making a Zuvak with arms card. What? Blasphemy. No, I'm kidding. Cobra World says Zach, the king of PCGI's lore. You know it, dude. You know it. Yak says that's going to be in like 20 streams for sure. And Story says, guys, let's start the hacking. Oh no, get out of here, you guys. Hackety hack. No, stop. Your subs will be mine. No. I will take over this channel. No. Get out of here. Charles says, oh my god, I thought that was a glass. It was actually a door. Yak says, launching channel takeover.exe. No, get out of here, you guys. All right, so we are ready to start paper computer game number 2, The Alien Abduction. Right? Unlike the first paper computer game, this does not start with a comic. We just start where we left off, in the sewers. And this is where we are, this right here, that we are in a boat, a inflatable raft, just like how the first ever PCG ended. Sorry, let me close the door. Yeah, so just like how the first ever PCG ended, we are in the sewers, but we won't be there for long. Don't worry, this game is called The Alien Abduction after all. So, yeah, we're just kind of riding through the sewers. Once again, following a random path will lead to certain death. It's, you know, same tradition. Like in a random different way. Like you follow along this way, but here's an enemy boat. This one is controlled by robot. And I forget how you're supposed to get past that. I think you drop something in the water and then it's carried yeah. That's right, you drop a bomb in the water, it's carried along by the current, and then it hits this boat, poof, blows up. So you keep going, you follow along here, Coolcraft just says, Yak, you cut the arms of Farzakan and join them with the body of Zuvak. Oh, no. Yak says, no comic. That's absurd. For sure. If you come over here, you get something. I forget what it is. But once again, this PCG is also available on the PCG shop. So if you, and it has a script. So if you want to find out, it's all in there. So anyway, so you, so we come over here this way. Over here we find another thing, and then over here there's like a computer terminal. I forget what it does. And then there's one final like boat you have to defeat. I forget what for. And then this computer terminal opens this release or something that lets you like be flushed out or whatever. But right when you're passing through here, you're confronted by this situation. This is like a flying robot ship. Why are there flying robot ships inside the sewers? Because PCGs, you guys. Also, there's like a laser gun, you know, like hanging from the ceiling. Why is there a laser gun hanging from the ceiling in the sewers? Because PCGs, you guys. So, the way to beat this, I'm pretty sure, was to swing this ore up, hit this laser gun so that it points up and shoots this craft out of the sky, and then you can just kind of get past. But by the way, let me just say that Pierre, when she was playing through these games, hated Zuvak. She hated him so much, she wanted him dead. She kept legitimately trying to kill Zuvak. She threw him in the water to use him against enemy subs, but then he kept getting back to the boat, so she couldn't like get rid of him. And he was like, "Oh, I understand. You had to do that to defeat the enemy. Like, smart thinking, Pierre." But she would be like, "Her, can't get rid of Zuvak." So anyway, Colbert World says I'm making a script fighting PCG. Nice. Script fighting is a game where you get scripts of different weapons and use them in battle. It's famous in Roblox. We'll be getting a PCG remake. Nice. Yak says, now after the super productive PCG making stream, I feel like this stream is just a waste of time. Right? Cool Crafter says, hey Zach, please can you explain how we can make and play a PvP PCG? Pardon me. That's an interesting question. I feel like remind me, and I'll make a video about that. Send me a DM. I'll make a video about that. Charles says, plot twist: Zach accidentally drop his water on the PCG. I wouldn't be surprised, knowing me. It wouldn't be the first time water's been dropped on this particular PCG, so you know, whatever. Anyway, Yak says, and yet Pierre is on the front lines of the Zuvak Secret Service. I know, right? Funny how that works. So you get past this screen, you finally make it out of the sewers. You get flushed out through this pipe, and see here is the House of Rorik again. But now we're seeing it from behind. See, remember in front of it there was that whole like those hedges and that maze screen, but see, this is what's behind the House of Rorik, you see? So we're like expanding the universe almost. See, we're showing you more of what would have been on the screen from the previous game. And so anyway, so we're flushed out here. We come out, you know, we're in a puddle of water. Here's the boat. Assuming you can, you know, see that at all. Yeah, you kind of can. All right, here's the boat. Over here we got Pierre, then there's Zuvak, Ari, and then Colette, finally. Colette is Ari's sister. And also, Colette is who you have to rescue in all the original PCGs by Chris, because, you know, that was the way Chris's PCGs worked. So anyway, we are confronted by, yet again, another maze screen, sort of. Yeah, over here you find something. I forget what it is. The goal of this maze screen is really to find this crystal, I think, but it's closed off behind this electronic door. But then there's like these two guys who are like shooting. And behind them are these three things. Right, that's right. These are 3 ID cards, and you need all 3 to access this door because it has 3 slots on it. I guess you needed like 3 people to all agree to access this door because what's behind it is so important. What's behind it is this crystal. But what is this crystal? Sort of mysterious. But what happens is over here, this is supposed to be a cornfield with a crop circle in it. I know. Great drawing, right? Like this is just photorealistic. I just you just encapsulate just the feel of the texture of the corn. Like I must say, I was brilliant artist back here. Anyway, Yak says expanding the universe by showing some dude's backyard. All right. So true. Anyways, so yeah, when you come into this crop circle while holding the crystal, you get beamed up to an alien ship. And by the way, this is still not me being original. This is still very much me copying Chris's PCGs because, like, getting beamed up to an alien ship, that's another thing that happens in Chris's recent game, Till Time to Us Part, that was released around this time. Which, by the way, that's also available on the PCG shop in case anyone is curious to compare and contrast my first 2 PCGs versus Till Time to Us Part. Cold-Breeding Merle says, so Zach, this message not related to PCG, but hear me out. We have this bathroom brawls. Bathroom brawls are supposed to be street fighting in bathroom. We have a very big run. That sounds epic. Yax is a true prodigy. That's kind of weird to have organized fights. Yeah, that's pretty intense. Anyway, so here we are on this alien ship. And, this is, once again, Pierre. But there's, like, bars going over the door, and you need an ID card to get out. And here's an alien head poking around the door. So I think you had to, like, knock out the alien and grab him, and you get the ID card from him. And then the bars open, and you can get out. And this is my first actual experimenting with a little bit of explorability. This is actually something that's going beyond what, like, this part is actually not imitating Chris. This is me, like, trying an original idea, right? So, like, you can go in any of these 3 doors, or you can continue on the hallway, and it'll go into more doors. So, like, they just wrote alien characters up here. However, this was during my language phase, right? So some of these characters are not actually just alien characters. These over here, these are actually runes. I had learned how to write in runes, which, little known fact, runes were the first English alphabet. That was the English alphabet that we wrote in, or like we before paper, we used it to engrave into stone. It was an alphabet, but it died out and it was replaced by the Latin alphabet. Whoa. Everyone just left. Where'd everyone go? Oh no. Cold-Breeding Werewolf says, and we canteens and we get lunch for 70 rupees and people bring the extra 30 rupees to bet on the fights. I was the champion for 2 months and then I was the best around the school. Yak says, remind me not to get on Cold-Breeding Werewolf's bad side. Oh man. Also, I know that rupees is the currency in India, but it's hard not to hear rupees and think The Legend of Zelda. Like, that's the currency in The Legend of Zelda also. Like, I wonder if, like, in India, do they call it rupees, Cold-Breeding Werewolf? In, like, have you played The Legend of Zelda games, and do they call it rupees there still? Because, like, here, that's supposed to be, like, a fantasy currency. But anyway. Wait, why am I sharpening my pencil? Why do I care? I'm not drawing. What am I doing? Anyway, is anybody still here? Yeah, we did wear cloth gloves and started fighting each other until someone gets a small scratch which has blood or a lot of blood. Wow. And then the teachers would turn a blind eye because they also vote. What the heck? Teachers, what are you doing? Encouraging fights between the students. That is a very responsible teacher right there. Dude. Yak says, that's so true. Rupees sounds fictional to me. And so he says, I know, right? I think of Zelda when someone says rupees, right? Yak says, make a console? Make a console? Okay, but I'm not going to make a console right this very second. So, it was PE teachers, but don't worry. That doesn't make it any better. Anyways, so, yeah, so actually, written up here in runes, this one says Ari and this one says Zuvak. I can still kind of read the runes a little bit, so I know which this was to remind myself which door goes to which room. So, this is inside one of the doors. We find this. This is like Pierre's hiding behind this kind of like wall or whatever. And here's these two aliens. These are supposed like my version of like the Greys, you know, the traditional aliens that are supposed to be abducting people in all those creepy stories. And here's Ari. You know, he's just locked up right behind that cage. You need to knock out one of these aliens and use its hand as like, this was like a, you know, hand scan key card, but it's like made for one of these alien hands, so you have to use the alien hand to scan, and then these bars go up and Ari escapes. So then we get out of there, we go back into the hallway. We're gonna try another door. This one is with Zuvak. He's not behind bars, I guess, because why would you have to? He doesn't have legs or arms, so, you know, just kind of put him there. Anyway, man, he looks creepy. But anyway, alright, you guys. After this PCG, I think it, like my brain is like losing blood sugar. I feel like I'm gonna have to take a few bites of dinner before I continue with the next PCG. I am gonna keep going, but I'm just gonna refresh myself. So after this PCG, I'll take a quick break and talk to chat while I eat for a minute, and then I will continue. If that's all right, like let me know if that bothers anyone. But all right. Cobra World says we did make safety measures in the fight because some kids beat up one kid too brutally that he fainted. Oh my goodness. Instead of blood, we made it like someone should pinch, which is like trying to lift. Well, pin, which is like trying to lift them. All right, that's a little better. But still, if they can get tired, they can tap out. Okay, good. Anyways, so right. So Zuvak and Pierre has a sword at this point. So I mean, I don't know. I guess you just have to beat up this alien, and then you get Zuvak. Problem solved. Then, right, so then now there's, like, I think the other door went to this hallway or something, maybe? So then now there's 3 other doors. This one says, oh, it says Colette. This door doesn't say anything, that's just alien characters. This one says ship, so I think that's the escape ship. That's how you have to, like, because there's like a, anyway, let's take these screens one at a time. So we're gonna go into one of the rooms, and there is like, there's 2 aliens, and basically you have to beat them up, and you can save Colette. There's a control console here to release her. One of them is like hanging from the ceiling with his like squiggly legs. These aliens, by the way, they're gonna reappear in later PCGs, so remember them. I still have yet to name them, but they appear. Anyway, guess who it is? You guys know who it is. Say it, come on. You guys know it. That is correct. It is the fat guy. This is the fat guy, and behind him there's a bunch of guys. But this fat guy puzzle is a little bit different. See, right over here, there's a button. Right over here, there's a target on the floor. And right over here, there's like one of those break in case of emergency cases. But instead of like there being like a fire extinguisher or an axe or something inside of it, there's a giant spatula. So, Yak says TPO. Oh, another deep reference. You're saying different names of the fat guy every time. Yes, that is quite correct, Yak. So yeah, there's a giant spatula. So here's what happens, right? If you press the button, a giant mallet comes out of the ceiling and goes like bam, like just smashes the floor right here. But the fat guy's like, that didn't do anything to me. Like you missed, So, like what you have to do is you have to put the spatula under the fat guy somehow, like just wedge it under there, and then you press the button. Then it smashes down on the spatula, and that pushes with leverage. It rolls the fat guy over, and he rolls onto these three guys. And with the combined weight of the fat guy and these random guys, that's enough weight to smash through the floor. And so the fat guy has smashed through the floor, and he is out of your way. So that's how you get past this screen. We get to the next screen, and dun dun dun, boss fight time, folks. This is the boss of this game. His name is called Roshivej. And by the way, for some reason I made it a tradition at this point to write on the back of my PCGs the name of the main boss of the game. So see right here, all the way on the back is written Leader of the Aliens, Roshivej. But like, notice he's not the same species as these aliens, right? That's for good reason. You see, actually, like, see, there's a story thing, because when we come in, he's actually talking on a screen to Rorik. Rorik, the guy who we beat at the end of the last game. You see, like, it's like, so, like, Rorik is, like, warning him, like, hey, yeah, these punks are coming your way. And Roshivej is like, inferior creatures, I will crush them. Yak says, dang, that's a strong spatula. I know, right? And Starry says, wait, that boss is me. What? How did you know my name? And Starry's true form. Sorry, Anstarry. Didn't mean to make you do a face reveal before you were ready, but, you know, Anstarry right over here. Anyways, so yeah, like, these two are talking to each other, and it's like, what? So, like, that's supposed to hint at the fact that Roshivej and his aliens, as well as Rorik from the previous game, are part of the same organization, the same exact group, which is the company. But, like, that's later going to be retconned, actually. So it's like, I would later decide that, like, way after this game, I would decide that they're not actually, like, this guy is not actually part of the company. He is actually part of an interstellar alliance, which the company is a part of. So he's still working together with the company, but not a part of it exactly. But both he and Rorik are part of a larger organization still. But that's another story for another day. Anyway, so that's the thing about that. Yak says, I love that species. They're so cool. Thanks so much, Yak. Yeah, like, this is the first appearance of this species. I would later name them the Triptosians. They will appear a lot more. They are one of my, like, I like making them a lot. So yeah, they're gonna appear a lot more. Yak says, wait, what's that thing in his hand? Is that a half-eaten turtle? No, you know what that is? That is a poorly drawn tentacle. That is me not knowing how to draw, is what that was. That wasn't anything. And Starry says, Zach, this is the very reason your channel is so awesome. You literally created a whole connected universe, and it is astonishing. Thanks so much, dude. I really appreciate that. And yeah, I love the whole connected universeness of it. That is my favorite thing, or one of my favorite things about this. But thanks so much for saying that, dude. I really appreciate that. Anyway, so yeah, this guy's like, I'm gonna crush you, right? And like this guy just like, look how small Pierre and those guys are compared to this guy. Like, he is huge. This guy's like 100 feet tall practically. Like, the only way to beat him, right, is you gotta keep him talking, right? Like, he does like to brag. He likes to brag. He's like, this new ship. It's state-of-the-art, these state-of-the-art systems. And one of the things he brags about is the state-of-the-art security system. And the security system, like, to activate it, like, is you have to press this button up here. But Pierre and Ari, like, there's no way they can, and Colette and Zuvak, there's no way they can, like, reach up here to hit that button. Like, can't be done, right? But he can reach it. So you have to convince him to activate the security system, right? And by convince him to activate the security system, thinking that the security system is gonna kill these guys. So, but he's like, well, why should I do that? I'd rather just kill you myself. But you have to, the way to beat the puzzle is you have to bring out his ego, kind of be like, yeah, but don't you want to like you said it was just installed? This is the perfect opportunity to show off how awesome your new security system is. And he's like, you're right, that's true. Yak says, I don't believe you, Zach. You cannot be trusted. The coolest thing is that we can contribute to this universe. Yeah, for sure. That is the coolest thing. I love that. Like, that is my favorite thing as well. That, like, not only that, you know, I created a universe. Well, I guess technically I didn't. I added on to it. Chris started the universe. I built on it. Other people built on it after that, and you guys can build on it as well. So, yeah, I love that it's this whole thing that everyone is adding to, which is so much richer than it ever could be if it was a universe just made by me, which, you know, is amazing. And Starry says, dude, that image size is inaccurate. I've grown since then. I don't doubt it. I don't doubt it. Anyway, so, but see, you use his pride against him. He turns on the security system, and guess what? It doesn't actually kill you guys. It creates a giant mallet to come down and smush him. So he just, like, is completely destroyed that way. And then from there, you can access a control panel, which leads to the next screen now that you've beaten Roshi Veg. You get to the next screen. So this is the, this door goes into this area. Like, we're looking through a window into this area, which is the shuttle bay. That's where this is a smaller flying saucer. So, like, we're inside a flying saucer, but this is a smaller flying saucer, like a shuttlecraft. So they have to use this to escape from this ship. So these guys go grab the key, and they go through the door, and they, like, get onto this shuttlecraft, and then here we are, and, you know, randomly it's Donkey Kong for some reason, like, inside this spaceship. You know, this continues the tradition of, you know, having ridiculous stuff inside airplanes and stuff. Well, inside this flying saucer, it's just randomly Donkey Kong with, like, this alien dude instead of Donkey Kong. But he's a different species than the other aliens, so that's why, like, this, that was supposed to be, like, intriguing, like, why are there different species working together on this ship? What is going on? You know, what's with this alliance, you know? But, you know, of course, when she was playing this game, Pierre did not pick up on stuff like that. Yak says a solely Zach-made universe would be so fleshed out and boring because there's nothing that hasn't been thought of. But that's not actually... I mean, if you think about it, there's always room for thought of. anything, like, no matter how much you add to a universe, there's always more you can add to it. Give me any universe, and I can always find an interesting thing that you could make a story or a game or something about. There's always room to expand anything. So, yeah, there's always room for more. And Starry says, but I'm still alive. The mallet didn't kill me. Well, I don't know. Maybe the medical technology on this race is just so good that they were able to put you back together. I don't know. Yak says, no unanswered questions when Zach is involved. Very true. So anyway, it's basically Donkey Kong. You have to jump over, like, they're not barrels, they're energy balls or whatever, but you have to jump over them, you know, basically Donkey Kong your way up here until you get to this guy, and then you beat him, and then you gain access to the controls of the ship, and then flight screen time. So this whole game, like, is following the tradition, because see, right in the very beginning, there was a maze screen, and then the whole rest of the game is this is the maze screen. And then the whole rest of the game is like the build up to the flight screen. It's like you making your way through the airplane, basically, but it's a flying saucer, obviously. So so it's kind of like the last game, but it expands on the portion that takes place inside the flying device. Cool Crafter says, I'm actually called Cool Crafter in real life as well because I can craft any boring thing to a cool stuff. Nice. You're the Cool Crafter. You take boring things and craft them into coolness. I like it. Like from plain paper to a paper game or a PCG. I like that. So in any event, we make it now to the flight screen. This is the flight screen. Here is the mothership that we are escaping from, and here is our shuttlecraft. We are trying to escape, but here is a missile that's being shot out at us. There's like asteroids, asteroids like that, and you have to like hide behind them and stuff. And you duck between them, and like basically you just have to get close enough to the planet. This time you don't have to shoot down the mothership or anything. You just have to get close enough to the planet before you get shot down. And then you still get shot down onto this planet. Now the plan for this was that the next PCG was going to take place on this planet. And it's like where they get shot down onto it. But I would do things a little bit differently than that. But anyway, yeah, like, so you make it past. Here's your inventory screen. And yeah, but pay attention, folks. Pay attention to this planet because this is going to be very significant at some point. Dun dun dun. For those who know, I will tell you, this is the planet Shri. So, with that being out of the way, I'm going to be right back. I'm going to get myself my dinner, which has cooked a while ago. It's now cold, but that's okay. I'm going to eat a few bites of it, or like eat it for a bit and talk to you guys. Sorry to eat on stream. I don't like to do that, but I need the blood sugar to my brain so that I can stay focused, because I feel like my focus is sort of deteriorating a little bit. I need to keep it together. So I'm going to be right back, you guys. But to keep you guys entertained while I'm gone, I will put this here, the cover to the next game, The Last of the Zerelta, a paper computer game, number 2.5. I'll be right back, you guys. Yak says, yes, I thought it was going to be Shri. Haha, you know me, good sir. You know what's up. Yak says, longest buildup of all time, for sure. All right, be right back. Zach says, no, you don't deserve food. You're a pig. That is very true. Zachs don't deserve food. Anyways, I don't know. Maybe I should. I don't know. Whatever. Zach is a pig exposed. Oh no. Yeah, so promise we're gonna get into this game. I'm just gonna eat one slice, alright? Well, I keep saying stuff because like I'll respond to it. Figs don't deserve sustenance. Ah, you're activating my inner fig nature. Stuff. Oh man, I'm losing subscribers. Alright, I better start doing stuff. I mean, not subscribers, viewers. Your only purpose is to be eaten. Okay, so. We are good. Let us get into the last of the Zerelta. Who's still here? I know Yak's still here. As a fig, you are not the eater, only the eaten. So true. Okay, so this paper computer game is called The Last of the Zerelta, and just as planned, it does take place on the planet Shri. But it is not about Ari and Pierre and Zuvak and those people who, as you will recall, were crash landing on Shri when we last saw them. No, I'm not here. I left. It was too boring. Aw, man. Dang. I apologize. So, yeah, like, but then I thought, I'll make this instead. So, like, this is to set up, this game, the intention was, this was to set up for how things are going to be when Ari and Pierre crash on the planet. This whole game, the purpose of it is just to create some backstory for that planet, just to set up for Ari and Pierre crashing there. And, you know, I think it does that, you know, pretty effectively. But, yeah, this is also, what am I doing? Like, I'm hitting my PCG. Anyway. Right, yeah. This is the first PCG where I really kind of realized I can kind of do my own thing. You know, I don't have to just imitate Chris's games. You know, like, I figured out, you know, like, this is a big departure. Yak says, I feel like this is a landmark game for PCGs. I think so, too. Hey, Keegan Seacher, how's it going? Yeah. As we can see, this cover, this depicts, like, this is the Capitol building of the planet Shri. Here's some other buildings around it, and this is a staff emitting some form of energy. And it's called The Last of the Zerelta. Yax is kind of one of the first times where it really became a Zach PCG. Yeah, exactly. I mean, the other ones had, like, pieces of it where I was trying stuff. But, yeah, this is the first one where, like, it sort of moved into my style more. And the first part of that was that these characters, like, Chris's games were all about Zach. and sometimes like Colette and Ari would be there too, you know, whatever. But it was always Zach. It was always just like you on an adventure. But Last of the Zerelta is a big departure from that. It's the first time that it's like just a new character. Pretty sure ever. Pretty sure this is the first PCG ever about a character that isn't the person playing the game, you know? Colbert Merrill says they start to add belts like championship belts. That's pretty epic. Keegan says, just so you know, it's pronounced sicker. Ah, gotcha. Thank you. Okay, so this game starts on the planet Shri, which is the planet they crash landed on. And yeah, I actually went back to the last game, the alien abduction. I looked at that last screen where we see the planet, and I actually carefully copied the land masses from this planet so I could draw an accurate map of Shri, and here it is. The map of the planet Shri, world of Shri. And I feel like I need some appropriate music in order to do stuff like that. Did you have your dinner? I had I ate a few bites of it. But then I was losing viewers, so I felt like I should come back. Yak says it's okay if figs don't deserve to take their time. Very true, Yak. Yak knows what's up. All right, so gonna put on some special music for this. Hold on. Let's see. Okay, we've got our music. All right. You know it's epic when you have to copy your own drawing to make it historically accurate. I know, right? Well, that's just what I do. You know, I like to make everything as consistent with each other as possible. Before you go any further, actually eat your food. I think I'll take a few bites after every PCG. I think that's what I'll do. You know, motivate myself that way. Keegan says I made, but I didn't post a swamp survival inspired game. That's awesome, dude. You should post it. I would be curious to see that. Colbert Murph says Rugrats getting a reboot. Epic. Good times, Rugrats. Anyways, so, alright, here is the story. This is the world of Shri, right? This game takes place 1,000 years before Ari and Pierre crash land on this planet. And, at this time, 1,000 years ago, King Ginkis of the Zerelta Nation, he was a wise and beloved king. Everyone loved him, or most people did anyway. And this is the Zerelta Nation, but, what had happened was, for some reason, a rebellion came out of nowhere. That was sort of unexpected. Why is this rebellion rising up? Ginkis is a popular king. But, the rebellion was called the Croden. At first it seemed like they weren't a threat, just alright, just some weird insurgency. But soon they got some serious technology, and they suddenly, overnight, just became a serious threat. They overran all of the nation. They conquered pretty much all of the continent. Oh, by the way, I forgot to mention, this is the Bridge of Peace, because the Bridge of Peace was built many years ago after an ancient war, because, this nation, which had been warring with the Zerelta Nation, Ginkis made peace with them, and then they built the Bridge of Peace. See this whole area over here, this is an ocean, so this Bridge of Peace bridges the ocean, and it was a sign of peace between the two nations, and so that was one of Ginkis's major accomplishments as king. Anyways, so now there's this rebellion. They've conquered most of the continent. There's also this continent of Moro deer, which no one has ever done anything with that. That's just, it's cool and it's interesting, but no one's done anything with it in any PCG so far. So this area right over here, this is all that's left of the once mighty and proud Zerelta nation. So yeah, that's all that's left, and in this game, you play as the king of the failing Zerelta nation, King Ginkis. This is you. This is Ginkis. He is the king of the Zerelta nation. Some of you may remember Ginkis. He has been on my channel a little bit. He is one of my PCG characters that appears a bunch. But anyway, he is the king of the Zerelta nation. This is his chair, and it's written in runes, which only I can read. It says, King Ginkis of Zerelta, second of the 23rd throne of the land. I'm not reading it now, like I'm just remembering. I can understand little bits and pieces still, but I've forgotten most of it. These are supposed to be like stained glass windows and whatnot, and this is like his throne room, so this is his throne. But yeah, like, basically the idea is that this throne has his full name, which includes all of his titles. Defender of the country, of the land and the country for which it stands, you know, stuff like that. Anyway, this is, Ginkis. On his robe is, like, designs of ancient warriors. And yeah, like, the game starts there, but, like, in the throne room, but suddenly the Zerelta nation is suddenly falling as we speak, and like soldiers are coming in to this building to invade it, and it's like, sir, we can't hold them at bay. You're gonna have to escape. And Ginkis is like, Rutro. Well, I mean, you know, but much more eloquently, Rutro. And sorry, says, wait, where's Ginkis? Oh no. Yak says, I love that background. Thanks, man. That's a nice pattern. Thank you. Yeah, I had fun drawing that. Just kind of like, I was drawing in my sketchbook around this time, and I was getting good at just drawing random, like, you know, patterns. Cold Brooding Werewolf says, making the very first racing PCGs, so it will have songs that you can enjoy. Nice. Anyways, so, Yax is a royal Rutro, indeed. So the next screen is Ginkis trying to escape from this building. So here you have to make your way down the building. Like, we're seeing the building from the outside, so we're looking in all these windows. But see, in each window, you see a different, like here's Ginkis, and here's like a guy blocking your way. You have to find a way to get past him. I forget what the solution was. Once again, pretty sure this game is also on the PCG shop, so if you are curious, you can. The script is there, so you can find out what the way was. Then, Keegan Sickers says, thinking of making an action PCG. That's awesome. You should. So anyway, over here, like, then once you get from here, then it goes to here. The next place you can see, there's a window. And like, there's a guy hanging from the ceiling, and he's like pointing a gun at Ginkis, and so like, you have to like shoot him down before he can do that, I think. Then when you get to the next place, it's here, but now there's a guy like suction cupping onto the wall. Forget what the solution is there. Then in the next section, it's not stairs anymore. You have to take like a, you know, kind of like a fireman pole to like slide down. But there's these two guys pointing guns at you, so I think you have to throw something at them or whatever. I don't remember what the solution is. Then the next one, it's like, now it's like a ramp, but there's a guy on a platform pointing a gun at you. Then the next one is like, it's stairs again, but there's like a landmine over here. You have to make that blow up before you go. And then finally, there's another fireman pole, but here in this room, there is a laser gun, and you have to get past that. And once you get once you get out here, you can finally leave the building and leave out the back exit. Whew. Yeah, because PCGs don't really lend themselves to action. Well, they can. I mean, it's like it depends. Like what is action? I mean, action in PCGs just becomes another puzzle, and so a lot of Chris's early games were action games. He wanted them to be action games, but you know, it's just that just means you have to figure out how to beat the enemy. That's all that means, you know. And Starry says, "Big rip for Ginkis." I know, right? Keegan Sicker says, "I'm gonna make a Word document for instructions because I have bad handwriting." Good idea, yeah. You should you should upload that together with it for the PCG shop. Anyways, so yeah, says, "I feel like the criteria for making PCGs is having bad handwriting." I don't know. I can think of some people with pretty darn good handwriting who've made some PCGs. Anyways, so once you come out here, see, it's like you're escaping out the back entrance, but see, the thing about that is, it doesn't work out as well as you had planned, right? Like, because they were expecting that, so they were actually by the back entrance. How'd they know where the back entrance is? There must be a spy or whatever, who knows? Anyway, you get captured. Like, these guys actually surround you, and there's just nothing you can do. You have to surrender to them, which is why the next screen starts with you being in a jail cell. By the way, I must say, like, there's like a video game adaptation of this game by Compact Dev, which is amazing, by the way. I love it. It's super cool. This scene in the jail cell is the most accurate to the game out of the entire PC game version of it. But anyway, like, it is like exactly the same screen. But anyway, so like, yeah, so we're in a jail cell, and you have to figure out the way to escape. And by the way, I should mention that at this point, Zuvak appears, and you're like, wait, what? Zuvak appears? Why does Zuvak appear? Well, let me explain, right? Like first of all, this doesn't make any sense, right? This is 1,000 years before Zuvak was even built, you know. So how could Zuvak possibly appear? Well, Yak says the evolution of Ginkis in PCGs is so epic. Oh, thanks so much, dude. Yeah, I know, it is super cool. And I can't wait to do more with him. I want to finish the Lives of Ginkis, which is gonna be a sequel to this. But anyway, so yeah, here's the deal, right? So, see, at the end of the last game, there was an item box. I put an item box at the end of the last game, and the idea was that Pierre can put any item from her inventory into the item box, and it will be transported through time and space to wherever the next PCG is that I make. Whichever one it is, that's where the item box goes. So, like, Pierre, wanting to be a Pierre about it, stuffed Zuvak into the item box because she wanted to get rid of him. So, Zuvak was teleported into the next game, which is this one. He went back in time 1,000 years. And that's why now he's hanging out with Ginkis. So he's like hanging out in the past 1,000 years ago. So Zuvak and Ginkis are stuck in this jail cell. They have to escape. Keegan says, I just found this game on the PCG shop. Yeah, dude, it's up there. It's got a script too. So like, it has a full explanation of what everything on every screen is. So if you like, if I forget what something does, the version on the PCG shop like has everything correct. And Story says, dude, that item box is actually a super cool concept. Yeah, thanks, dude. I didn't do it after this for this exact reason, because it makes stories complicated. Like, because of that item box, like, that's gonna, well, I mean, I won't spoil it, but that's gonna determine what happens in all the PCGs after this. That is gonna be a major component of the story ever after this. So, anyway, Yak says, in my Zuvak the TCG card, BoxVac is meant to be in an item box. Oh, dude, that's awesome. That is super cool. Oh, but then doesn't that mean he can, like, teleport to different times and places randomly? Dude, that's epic. Just as a callback to that game, that is super cool. Anyways, the puzzle here is you have to, like... See, first of all, there's a crack here, so there's, like, slightly cracked, but your fingers aren't strong enough to dig through it. So, you have to take this bar, which is holding up this bench, and you have to take this lamp, and you combine them together, and that makes leverage, so you can use the bar thing to dig open the wall, like so it crumbles and you can get out. And then so once you get out of the prison, Keegan says I'll probably make a timer system for my PCG. Interesting. So anyway, like that leads outside to here. Now, this is a maze screen. Maze screen, you guys, and you know what that means. What comes after a maze screen? A flight screen. That is the tradition. But so see the goal here, like, so here's the prison we're just escaping from. That's Ginkus and Zuvak. Who is this guy? I don't know. He's just some random dude. He's off the map. So it is actually impossible to get to this guy in this game. There's no way to do it. And Pierre definitely didn't do it when she was playing this game. Pierre the person, not Pierre the character. Just, you know, like, so who is this guy? I don't know, but he is going to reappear. And anyways, so, yeah, there are these three paths, right? This path goes off this way, this path goes off this way, and this path goes off this way. Like, and each one of those paths, those are sort of secret paths. The goal of this is not to go on any of those paths. The goal is to get here, to the center of the maze, where there is a flying saucer, a ship. So, like, hold on. Right, so yeah, that's the goal of this maze screen. But before you do that, like, these paths are all optional, and unlike in my other games, in my other maze screens, these paths don't lead to certain death. These actually lead to screens, which are optional. These are fully optional screens, you guys. This is a first for my paper computer games. I don't think I've ever done that before. So let's head over to the first optional screen. Here is like some wavy energy. Keegan says, for example, if you're in a gunfight and you don't react fast enough, you get shot. Interesting. Yak says an underground screen. It's funny because it's the opposite of flight. Oh, gotcha. I should do that one of these days. Or somebody should do that one of these days. Anyway, so here's the first optional screen, and you come over this way, and there's just this wall of like wavy energy, and suspended up in this energy field is a crystal, or part of a crystal. Hey, Darsh P, how's it going? Yeah, I remember you. Yak says optional screens are for noobs. Well, I was a noob, so not inaccurate. Anyways, he says, I say that, but New Waters is an open world. Very true. Very true. Open Waters is open world. Did I say open waters? New Waters is an open world. Technically all optional. Yeah, for sure. So anyway, yeah, you have to answer a riddle, I think, to get this piece of the crystal. Then the second optional screen is this one, but it's like, it's the same thing, but now instead it's crackling with electricity. And once again, it asks you a riddle. Those riddles are recorded in the you know, the version of this on the PCG shop. I don't remember what they are offhand. So then the third optional screen, this one I actually made it. So these are like buildings, and this is a long abandoned city in a forgotten part of planet Shri. They're all abandoned, nothing special. There's nothing in any of these buildings. If you go in, it's just gonna, like, there's no screen for any of them. It's just, it's basically empty. Just big open rooms, you know, nothing there. But here at the end of this, there's like this energy field, which is a mixture of the wavy energy and the crackling electricity from before. And there's the final crystal, the final piece of the 3 crystals. And finally, it asks you a riddle. And if you answer this riddle correct, you get the final piece, and you can put all 3 pieces together to make one big crystal. And that crystal opens the door to something later in the game, which is also optional, and I'll show you that when we get to it. My game's gonna have puzzles and action sections. That's awesome. Yak says I'm only comfortable with making optional screens because I know how curious you are. Yeah, for sure, dude, for sure. So anyway, yeah. So we go to all 3 optional screens. You know, you get the crystals, and now you still have to beat this maze screen. I'm not gonna remember how to do this exactly, but this does something. This does something. Pretty sure you have to open one of these things. Opens this. Which then over here there's a control console, which you can then open this, and then you can get into the thing. I don't remember. Check the script. The script is on the PCG shop. So of course, now that we're maze screen, what's coming next is we're gonna have a section where we're inside the ship, and then we're gonna have a flight screen. Except those are the optional screens. But anyway, after the maze screen is. Here is the section inside the ship, and uh-oh, who is this? Does this look familiar to anybody? Is this ringing any bells? Say this guy's name if you know who this is. Say this guy's name in chat. While I'm waiting for you to do that, take a bite of my pizza. Okay, so you are quite correct. But I don't know who you said because I think there's like a delay between chat and like and me, so I'm trying to like kind of preempt. So there isn't like a long pause in my talking because like from where I am, no one's answered yet. But anyway. And Yak says oh wait, you said that already. And sorry says, Yak says, yay, more flight screens. The circle-loving guy? No, it's not the circle-loving guy. Keegan says, I don't know. Cold Breeding Werewolf says Anstari, maybe. Well, no. It's not Anstari. I can confirm that much. This guy, whoever he is, it's not Anstari. So, I will tell you who this is. This is the skinny guy. Yak mentioned the skinny guy before, when it was in fact the fat guy. But remember, this takes place 1,000 years earlier than those games. This is a prequel, in effect, right? And by the way, check out my evolving Zuvak. You know, he doesn't look like. Here's Ginkus, by the way, seen from behind. His robe is coming up above his head. But anyway, yeah, check out my Zuvak. Like, this is after Chris had corrected me, so now he has straight hair and he has a tripod instead of like the box he was in. So even though this game, like from Zuvak's perspective, this game takes place right after the other games, like it immediately continues from them. Zuvak's appearance is just randomly completely shifted. Why? I don't know. But in any event, Anstari says, I'm the fat squid, remember? Okay, first of all, Anstari, that is, you know, a slur against that species, which is called the Triptosians. Not the fat squid. Like, I would have thought you would, you wouldn't insult yourself in that way, but, you know, you never know. Anyways, so this is the exact same puzzle from the first game I showed today. Because once again, look at this, but instead of Slim Fast, there's low-fat ice cream. I think that was actually a Seinfeld joke. The joke is that low-fat ice cream is supposed to be low-fat, but then when you actually eat it, it still makes you fat. So the puzzle here is that you have to get the skinny guy, like trick him into eating low-fat ice cream, and he's like, nah, I won't, nah. By the way, you can't get past him. If you try to get past him, he's just so acrobatic, he blocks your path. He loves blocking your path, so you have to trick him into eating the ice cream. And then if you do, he gains so much weight so fast, he's like, Argh! And he turns into a really fat guy, and he falls through the floor. Could that be the origin of the fat guy we all know and love? The answer to that question is yes. Anyways, so, Yak says just PCG logic. And Story says, ooh, a self-burn. Those are rare. Indeed, right? Yak says, wait, so you just said a slur on stream? I'm canceling Zach for racist slurs. Man, listen, I'm already getting canceled for using paper in my games. Like, isn't that enough canceling? Can't you, can't you give me a break, man? I feel like I'm canceled enough, yo. I've learned my lesson, Anyways, so I'm gonna you would jump over here, and then you get to the control panel of this ship, and then hey, guess what? Guess what time it is? Flight screen time. So this flight screen is a little bit different, even though we're still following the same tradition of flight screen. Can you see the whole page? Let me check. Yeah, you can. Okay, we good. So down here, like this button, like this is sort of like your control panel, but then the rest of the screen is like you seeing it from above. So like this button says laser, this button says bomb, and this button says tractor beam. So you actually have a few different abilities here, and you can use like lasers and bombs, but there's these two massive flying saucers in your way. You have to use all these tools at your disposal to try to get past them, but flying in between them is difficult. You're going to get shot. I forget the puzzle. I think you had to somehow get one to hit into the other or something. I don't know. Anyways, once again, you get past them, but right as you do, you sort of get shot down, and you start to go down, and you get shot down. Wait, no, that's not right. I'm mixing things up. I'm sorry. You don't get shot down. You do just make it past them completely intact. Because here, you just completely land, and your ship is intact here. So here is, we are back where we started. This is the Capitol building that we escaped from in the beginning of this very game, you guys. So here we are. Here's Ginkus and Zuvak. That is the ship that we just landed. Here's another building, and that's the other building. These are like the same buildings from the cover, by the way. This building and this building. But like now we can see that the Croden are now in charge of our city. Like these are Croden ships. They're sort of like patrolling the airspace with like searchlights and whatever. Looking for any Zerelta, But Ginkus can't get into this building directly. If you try to go back into your Capitol building, you'll die. And by the way, this is the goal now. You have to get back inside your Capitol building because something important was left behind. And, kind of makes you wonder, like, then why didn't Ginkus go straight for that instead of trying to escape? Good question. But, either, like, I'm sure there's an explanation. Anyways, the way to do it is to go into this building. So you go into this building. The next screen is going to be the top of that building. Yak says this was all a waste of time. Yeah, really, right? Keegan says, just so you know, my shop name is BaconBud20. Thanks. Cool. Thanks for letting me know. So, okay, here we are. We are on the roof of this here building. And there's random snakes on the roof, because of course there are, because PCGs. And there's a hand glider, once again, because PCGs. And over here in the distance, that is the Capitol building, so that's where we're trying to get. So, the goal of this screen is you just got to get past the snakes and go onto the hand glider. And I think Pierre was just like, well, it looks like there's a lot of space. I'll just like walk around the snakes and Somehow that worked. I wasn't expecting that for some reason. Anyways, so yeah, you get onto the hand glider and you fly across to the other side, like so you're flying, you know, from this building to this building. Phew, you don't go all the way to the top. You go sort of like most of the way up, and you land in here. Bam. By the way, I wonder how Zubak hung on to the hand glider. He doesn't have any hands. That's kind of tricky. But anyway, so here we are. We're inside this building, and here's where we smash through the window. Outside this window, we can see the building that we came from. This is like a big open, like bay window, so the whole thing is transparent. And here's this guy with a glowing sphere, or like crackling energy, and he's like, "Haha, you are like, this is where your futile efforts fail." This guy's name is Emperor Grotto the 17th. I think it was the 7th. I forget the number. Anyway, this is Emperor Grotto. He has appointed himself the Emperor of the Croden because he was the leader of the Croden rebellion. It's kind of pretentious, not only to call yourself an emperor, but to call yourself the 17th. But, you know, whatever. That is exactly why we need to beat this guy. Forget what the solution was, but once again, that is on the script on the PCG shop. Yak says, I wasn't expecting people to have basic spatial reasoning. Yeah, right. That one kind of got past me. And Starry says, dude, I've been coding for 6 hours today. So in at the stage where anything is funny, and Bacon Bud 20 made me laugh my face off. Oh man, oh my goodness. You gotta take a break from that coding. It says, by the way, it is a perfect username. I'm not insulting it. Oh man, Keegan, it's gotta go. Thanks for joining, Keegan. Anyways, like, yeah, this guy wasn't that hard to beat. He is the main boss of the game, though. This guy is the main boss of the game. This is Emperor Grotto the 17th. See, yeah, see, it's written right back here. Emperor Grotto XVIII. That's 18th. Grotto the 18th. Okay, my bad. I was close. Anyway, so yeah, you get past him, the leader of the rebellion, and then you knock him out. And then this is just like a hallway. This is the optional door. This is what the crystal is for. When you went to all the optional screens and you put together all 3 pieces of the crystal, you can only access this door if you have them. If not, you can keep going this way and go on to the next screen. But if you do, you can enter this room. And inside, you will find... Dun dun dun. The ultimate save room. And it's like, this is the room where you save your progress. It has this is the save box from Super Mario RPG, Legend of the Seven Stars. This is the save sphere from Final Fantasy X. This is the typewriter where you save your game in Resident Evil. Basically all the games I was playing at the time. Over here is an item box, but not the... Oh, yeah, that's right. This was supposed to be like a Resident Evil item box, because there's always item boxes in the save rooms in Resident Evil. But it doubles as an item box in the PCG sense, even though I don't remember if she put anything in here. And if so, I totally forgot about that. So, yeah. Anyways, so, if you, this room is totally pointless, by the way, let me just say. The real only reason for it is because there's an item box, so it gives you a chance to put items in that'll go to the next PCG. But, you know, she didn't do that. This save stuff is useless because this is a paper computer game. You can say save game, so saving your progress is meaningless and pointless. You can if you want to, but there is literally no point to it because your progress is already saved. yeah, so anyways. So you can go past this safe room, you know, go on down this hallway and keep going, and we'll come to this staircase. And Starry says, ooh, that is really cool. Thanks, dude. Check your desk, please. Why? What's wrong with my desk? Anyways, so, yeah, Ginkus and Zuvak going up here, like, and now we, like, here's another big bay window. Like, over here, this is a wall, but this is like a big bay window, and we're seeing the buildings of the city. Gink is just sort of dramatically walking past. And this is the last, like, challenge. So we climb onto the top of the building. Yeah, because, like, in that last room, like, it leads to an elevator. So that takes us to the top of the building. We are on the roof now. And this is like a spire on top of the tower. But now that you're up here, these Croton patrol ships see you coming. And it's like, I've got to get to the top, because that has been Ginkus's goal this whole time. King Ginkus has to get to his staff, which is at the very top of the spire. That's the only hope now, is getting to that staff. That is it. That has been King Ginkus's secret weapon this whole time. And Starry says, what, Zach? We can see a reflection of your face on your desk. Face reveal. Oh, no. Oh, no. Well, guess you guys know what I look like now. Look behind you. Wait, what? Nope, just nothing. Anyways, so, so yeah, you have to climb up this tower, but with these ships shooting at you, and it's like, and there's a lightning storm going on, and it's like, oh, you gotta make it. You like, and you try to like angle, like climb around so that you avoid the gaze of them, so you get up as high as you can, and then you just kind of make a run for it. Oh, but they're shooting, and you have to just avoid just quick enough, and you make it just in time, just to the top of the tower, and there it is, the staff. Ginkus's staff, and you take it and you raise it above your head. Amidst the thunderstorm, another kind of energy surges outwards from Ginkus's staff. It surrounds this entire building, floods it, and goes all the way down to, wait, that music doesn't really fit at all, does it? Floods it all the way to the bottom. And Ginkus's consciousness just kind of fades. Like it goes, I mean, he doesn't die, but he goes into a sleep. And it is a sleep that would not end for 1,000 years. Coincidentally, around the same time Pierre and Ari crash landed on the planet Shree. So that is the end of that game. The last of the Zerelta paper computer game, number 2.5. Notice also, this is the first paper computer game where I didn't put, like, you know, the title wasn't like paper computer game with a subtitle. It's just the last of the Zerelta, a paper computer game, you know? So that's the first time I'm breaking out of my, like, series format a little bit. Okay. We are in between games, so I'm going to take a few more bites of pizza. Give me a moment. Also, Cold Brooding Werewolf wants me to check Discord. But in the meantime, I will leave the next game up to tantalize you friendly folks. The next game is entitled The Mansion of Mystery, a paper computer game. This one is number 3. Really, this one should be number 3. I don't know why I called it 2.5, because like the idea was it was supposed to be a side story, right? The idea was the idea was that I was going to make regular episodes, like, you know, obviously you saw number 1 and number 2 were like about Pierre and Ari. So I figured number 2.5, like, it's not fully part 3 because it's sort of a side story. It's about a different character. But, yeah, like, yeah, so, like, lost my train of thought. but, like, yeah. So yeah, that's why this one is number 2.5. But the Mansion of Mystery is fully number 3, even though that is breaking with the idea I'd had before. Because this is another side story. This is not getting back to Ari and Pierre. This is just me getting, like, to see what had happened was, I got excited about this whole paper computer game thing that I was learning. Whoa. Because, like, I enjoyed the previous game so much, I learned that you can do different things, like break out of the traditional PCG thing. And I had an idea for a totally different PCG. And that would be this one, Mansion of Mystery, which has nothing to do with any of the story we've been following so far. It does take place in the same universe, but that's it. Also, Cold Breeding Werewolf wants me to check Discord, so let me do that real fast. Let's see, Discord. I'm sure he wants to show a screen of a PCG. Let's see. Initial D, the PCG, first stage. Nice. I'm digging this artwork. This is pretty cool. Oh, I like that. There's like this playing Gas, Gas, Gas by Manuel. I dig. And I like the Chinese characters. That is really cool. Well done, Cold Breeding Werewolf. And then the other thing was, and I got rickrolled. Dang it. Dang it, Cold Brooding Werewolf. Anyways, so yeah. Okay, pizza time. Just a few bites and then we will get back to PCG time. Keegan says, how about not join the Discord yet? I don't know, but do it. That would be awesome. Yak says, oh boy, that's one mysterious mansion almost in... Oops, ignore the almost, okay. Yeah, it is a pretty mysterious mansion, isn't it? Notice that, like, this right over here. Notice I spelled the kind of weird, right? Check that out. That isn't how you usually spell the, is it? But this was during my language nerd phase, and it turns out this was how you spelled the in Old English. This is a letter which is called thorn. It is a letter which no longer exists in our alphabet, but it was part of our alphabet. Our alphabet used to have a few more letters, and some of them were forgotten. They fell out of use. This is one of them. Now, this letter thorn, it makes the sound th, like th. But see, it later got replaced by th. So that's why I put the Mansion of Mystery like that, because I was a language nerd, and you know, no one else would get it. You know, you guys would never get the reference, but that was how I did things. I guess that was how I rolled. Anyways, and sorry, Zach takes bites of pizza. Dramatic music plays. Will Zach finish his pizza, or will the journey have to wait for the next PCG? Colbert says to check the latest video of my channel. It's PCG related. Alright, dude, but like probably like later after the PCGs. And sorry says that character is called Thorn. And sorry says, yes, I know that. It is how to say TH. Yes, and Starry, you get it. You got the reference. That is so awesome. High five. All right. Screen high five. Yeah. Awesome. I can't believe somebody besides me knows that. That is so cool. Yeah, because that's just how the cool kids spell. For real, right? All right. The Mansion of Mystery, a paper computer game, number 3. This time we're actually starting with a backstory, right? Because this is, once again, a new character. You are a wealthy... Wait, can you see? Let me see how well you guys can see this. Could stand to be a little bit better. I don't know. Maybe that was... I shouldn't have done that. All right, anyway. Okay. You are a wealthy, British-accented individual. Living in your beautiful domicile. For those not in the know, domicile means house. Or means home. Living in your beautiful domicile, you receive an invitation to visit your cousin Jeffrey in his mansion in the south of England. Hurrying to pack, you book tickets for the flight. And this is you. You're like we're seeing you from behind. You're like smoking a pipe. You're sitting in this nice old chair. Anyways, the first screen starts with us inside the airplane, and of course, it wouldn't be an airplane in a PCG without this. So, yeah. So here you are, and right here it's just normal passengers, just like normal. To get to the next level, though, you have to, like, I don't know, climb on top of their seats or something. I think there might have been a hassle with one of the passengers. You have to pull open this trap door and, like, pull yourself up here. Like, yeah, I said the last one was the worst designed airplane ever. This one might be worse. Anyways, so, yeah, it says I knew Thorn because you said it in one of your other videos. Ah, fair enough. Keegan says, D-Tune Paper says, cool stream idea. Thanks, dude. Keegan says, for the character in my game, I'm probably going to make another game for the backstory after the first game. That is cool. I like that. So yeah, then there's a laser gun over here. Why is there a laser gun in a passenger airplane? I don't know. But, you know, you have to disable it, obviously. Then when you come up here, there's another laser gun. You have to disable that, too. And finally, you take your seat, and the flight begins as normal. You know, just like, you know, any other regular airplane in the PCG universe. That's just how you fly. EX is the worst design ever, not to mention that the entire plane is paper thin, right? So then, in this game, there is actually no flight screen. There is no flight screen because you're just it's a passenger airplane. So maybe the pilot has to deal with a flight screen, but you're just sitting in your seat. So, you know, maybe another PCG will explore that flight scene, you know, between here and the next screen. But anyway, you land and you arrive at your cousin Jeffrey's mansion. Was it cousin or uncle? Cousin Jeffrey, right. So we land in Cousin Jeffrey's house, and here we are. We are in Jeffrey's mansion. This is sort of a first-person perspective. This was supposed to be a staircase, but I couldn't draw. So there's like 2 floors. There's 3 doors over here, 3 doors down here, as you can see. This game, by the way, this was heavily inspired. Instead of like taking, like I'm completely not taking ideas from Chris's PCGs anymore, but this is like very closely inspired by an actual computer game I played called Hugo 2 Whodunit. which is like very similar. In any event, so like over here on the wall there is a painting. Let me see if I can figure this out. Like there's a dude, looks like a dude with two heads. I can't tell what's going on. I'm gonna say that's probably Anstari, so that's probably what I was thinking at the time. So anyway, somebody's got to make a PCG about the pilot. Yeah, right. That pilot has the most epic adventure getting from, you know, America to Europe. So anyways, yeah, this is building on what I did in the second PCG where, like, there's doors and you can pick which one to go through. And, like, this game is, like, the most explorable game yet. Because you can go in any door except some of them are locked. Some of the doors lead to rooms. Some of the doors lead to other hallways with other doors on them. Yeah, because most people saying they suck at drawing. I can't even draw a stick figure. Zach, you mere mortals could never understand my drawing ability. Right? Yeah, like, I'm just like, why does anybody bother to draw, you know, after seeing this? You know, like, I've just completely won drawing for all time. Anyways, so let's see. Let's go into one of these doors. Oh, yeah. You look through a keyhole to see your cousin Jeffrey. And here's your cousin Jeffrey. You can't open the door because the door is locked, but you see through the keyhole your cousin Jeffrey, and he is murdered in front of your eyes. And you're like, oh no, but you can't see who did it. And whoever it is escaped through another passage. So, you can't get through this way. And over here we've got like two paintings. The one is with Zuvak and Zach. I think that's probably from Till Time Do Us Part, Chris's game. This one also is from Till Time Do Us Part, Chris's game, but this is like, in that game there was like a massive castle battle. Like there's a, like, you go back in time, but like there's people from all different times and places being pulled into that same battle. So there's like a dinosaur from the distant past, and it's a medieval castle, and there's a UFO from the future or whatever. So, like, yeah. Anyway, as you can see, the theme in this game is that all the paintings in this mansion are references to other PCGs. So every painting is something from a different PCG in the PCG universe, of course. And Story says, that escalated quickly. I was vibing to the calm music. Oh, man. So this room here is the kitchen. There's a fridge. There's some cabinets. I don't remember what was inside of them. I think you can find garlic in the cabinets. And here's a door that leads to outside. And outside, because of course there is a maze screen. Maze screen, you guys. There's a maze screen with a key. Like, I think you start out over here. Wait, can you guys see the bottom of this? Yeah, you can. Okay, you start out over here. That's you right there. You gotta, like, once again, just like the other ones, you have to stay inside the walls. But this time I tried to make it like an actual maze, which turned out to be a bad idea, because turns out it's kind of hard to follow where all my lines go. Like, wait, what? Like, okay, you can go over here, and you go over here, and then what? Where does this lead me? Like, leads me over here, I think, and then what? Where am I? Where am I even trying to get? I think the only purpose of this was you had to get over to this tree, and then by the tree there's something like that you can get, an inventory item. Oh no, you needed the key. That's what you needed. That was the goal. That's right. Okay. Yak says Zach has too many PCGs to be contained within a single stream. You know it, dude. Including an Anstarry painting, plus a limited edition. I'm not reading the rest of that. That was a good try, though. That was a good try, Yak. Anyways, let's move on to the next screen. So we've got let's see, we've like, this is sort of like a study. There's like a desk with a locked drawer. There's like a note on top of it and like a slot for an ID card. And the note says like this, so this is like a clue. See, because this game is a mystery. You have to figure out who done it, right? The clue, the note says, "Dear UBPE," wait. Yeah. "Dear UBPE headquarters, everything is going according to plans. The old man has agreed to give us the money we deserve." Notice it's spelled with thorns again. "At this rate, Target X will be ours in no time. I am going out for chips now and will write again when I get back. Mwahaha! Yours truly, Agent X." So, that's the note. What does that mean? Who's the UBPE? Everything is going according to plans. What's the plan? The old man has agreed to give us the money we deserve. Could that mean Jeffrey? You know, is Jeffrey the old man? At this rate, Target X will be ours in no time. What is Target X? I don't know. Well, that's that. And then, there's another note. "Dear UBPE, oh, bleep! The old man is dead. What do we do, boss? I didn't intend for this to happen, honest. I think my sister may suspect what we're up to. She's smarter than she seemed at first. And that fat man, him and his damn intergalactic organization keep causing us trouble. Mwahaha! Yours truly, X." I was really going over the top in this game. Keegan has to go. Come back later. Oh man, well thanks for joining, Keegan. And Starry says, "Did you know that Thorn looks kind of like a Y, and that's why people started saying ye instead of thee?" That is very true. Yes, I did know that, and Starry. Very good point. And Starry says, "Oh, shirt, the old man is dead." Yak says, "Interesting." So, next we have the bathroom. This is like a top-down view. We've got a toilet, we've got a wastebasket, we've got a bathtub, and we've got a sink. And on the mirror by the sink is written "second time." And I think you had to like... Oh, I think you have to flush the toilet twice, and on the second time, it, like, the toilet moves aside, and it opens a tunnel to an underground passageway. And here's the underground passageway. Yak says, "I doubt the truth of that, because you're a turtle eater, but still." So, you start over here. Let me just make sure you have a good view of this. You do, okay. So you start over here and you have to go across this narrow, this is like a narrow bridge across a chasm. This is like this whole giant underground chasm, and you're walking across these like narrow walkways. Here's like a weird beetle thing, and you like, once you beat that beetle thing, like that's a challenge. You keep going this way and you go under, like this is another passageway, but it's above you, so you can't reach it. So you have to go under it, and you keep going over here. There's a spider thing, and then here is a genie lamp. Once you get the genie lamp, you can rub it, and you can make one wish to your genie. And you have to make the wish to, like, defeat this giant bug thing. I think? I don't know. Oh, no, I think you have to come get here by another way. Yeah, because you have to get down here from another screen, so... Okay, so, I guess we'll come back to it. I don't know. But yeah. Or no, I guess I'll show it now because I'm not going to remember which screen leads to it. Yak says, the classic PCG character, weird beetle thing. Yeah, right? I mean, he does have quite a lot of experiences if you think, appearances, if you think about it. Anyways, so, we go back up. Here's another screen through another one of the doors. This is sort of like the library. And over here, like, you know, we've got rows of bookcases. On the first painting, this is like a reference to Karate Game, because it's like like one of Chris's games he made when he was a kid, Karate Game, where you had to like pass these challenges to learn karate. This one over here, this is of course a painting of the House of Rorik, good old HOR. You guys remember the House of Rorik, right? Right? But see, this painting is positioned in such a way so that it's between the two screens from like the first game and the second game, showing a little bit of both. So see, this is like, whoa, you know, it's like, it's one big universe, you see? Yak says, doesn't Weird Beetle Thing have a brother? Is his name like something along the lines of, I'm not gonna read that. You got me to say part of it, so you're making progress, but not gonna happen, dude. Anyway, I think you have to take a certain book and it opens a secret passage. Oh no, there was a note hidden here. That's what that was. I guess that must be it. Alright, this note, this is from somebody else. January 24th, 03. My plots have failed for the last 10 years. For all that time I've been trying to kill Master Jeffrey, but tonight it will work. All I need is a little more time. My plan is flawless. Signed, Alexander. So whoever this Alexander person is, he's got something up his sleeve, clearly. And so he says, LMAO, the House of Rorik seems kind of sus. Right? Yeah, access horror. House of Rorik. Oh, hey, Wolf for Gaming, how's it going? So anyways, oh, and there's another note from Alexander. January 25th. I have the gun. Everything is in place. This gun won't break. My master has but a few precious hours, pardon me, to live. My only challenge is getting that fat guy out of the way. Now, and Starry, do you know this one? See, this is not Thorn. This is not Thorn. This is actually another one that's called either Ev or Thing. This is another letter which has been forgotten from our alphabet, and it also means TH, like but see, there's a difference, right? Thorn makes a TH like whereas this one makes a TH like like the one that has the voice behind it. Alright, so who is this Alexander person anyway? And Story says, I did not know that. Wow. Yeah, right? Surprising. Anyways, this Alexander person seems like he's our guy, right? I mean, he's openly saying he's plotting to kill Jeffrey, so it's probably him, right? His only challenge is getting past the fat guy, he says. Anyway, here's another hallway. One of the doors from the previous hallway led to this hallway. And here, on the paintings, we've got, you know, because this is a hallway with doors, of course, it's tradition to put a painting with a reference to hallways with doors. This is the hallway with doors from, like, the second game, the alien abduction. So it's a paint. So see, like, it's, you know, it's fitting, right? And over here, this painting is the map of Shri from the Last of the Zerelta. So then, you know, once again, there's more doors to go through. But in these doors, we can actually, you know, meet some of the people. The first one we are going to meet is, of course, none other than the fat guy. You know it. That's right. That is right. Our good old buddy, fat guy. He's like, And now, this is you. This is Charles, still smoking the pipe. You know, Charles always smoking in the pipe all the time. He just does not care about his lungs, clearly. But yeah, like, because this is the fat guy screen, of course the paintings are all are references to other fat guy screens. This one is the top-down fat guy screen from the second game, the Alien Invasion. Like, remember the one where you had to put a spatula under him? This one over here, this is the skinny guy scene. See, there's Ginkus and Zuvak and the skinny guy. Good times, right? So, like, that the paintings are both references to that. And Starry says, gee, I haven't seen the big man in a long time. I know. I put him in every single game at this point. But in different forms. Like in this time, see, he's wearing a suit. He got all dressed up for the occasion because this is all a mystery game. Like, his role is a little bit expanded. He is a fat guy screen. You do still have to get past him to get down this corridor, but he is also a suspect. He could have been the one to kill Jeffrey. We just don't know. So you have to talk to him and ask him for clues. And then give him some fast to get past him to get to the corridor behind him. I'm pretty sure that I seem to remember the corridor behind him led to the second part of this underground passage. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure that's it. So, that being the case, so you come down here and then you cross over here and you have to fight this boss. And then once you beat the boss, there's like a telephone here and you talk to somebody who gives you a clue. You know, after all that, you just get a clue. You know, not like, man, like this huge, like, insect queen boss. Anyway. So, Wolfro says, LL, Charles always smoking. Yak, right? Yak says, how have you been holding up? The fat guy is looking a little less fat than usual. You've been okay, buddy? Sure you've been eating enough? Fat guy says, never eaten enough. Never enough food for the fat guy. Anyways, so, next screen. Oh, you can find the fat guy's journal in this game. See, this is a new thing. We are like expanding, you know, going deep into his thought process. We're finally understanding the psyche of the fat guy. You know, what makes him tick? Fat guy's journal. I gained 500 pounds today. Yes! Unfortunately, there isn't enough food in this house. I've been sent here by the United Alliance of Evil, skinny bastards. By the way, United Alliance of Evil, this is still before I remembered the name of the company. So that's supposed to be the company. But it still sort of works because the Alliance is the larger group, which the company is a part of, the alliance of multiple organizations. So this still works as part of canon. Anyways, I'm supposed to spy and make sure Jeb or Jeff or whatever his name is doesn't give the money to that other group, whatever they were called, the fat guy. So interesting. Fat guy is here to spy and make sure that Jeff, that would probably be our Uncle Jeffrey, doesn't give the money to the other group. What other group could that be? The only other group we've heard of so far is the one that was mentioned in the other letters, which was called the UBPE, United Bunch of People Who Are Evil. I know. My names were impeccable, perfect. Right? Yak says, good answer, Zach, but Zach and his figs would have to disagree. Figs don't deserve to eat, as you likely know, fat guy. Indeed. Ooh, good job. 500 pounds, fat guy. You're really getting them gains, huh? Right? Wolfro Gaming says, fat guy is 500 pounds. Like, no. Wolfro Gaming. he was already more than that. He like gained 500 pounds in addition to the rest of the weight he already had. So see, he's now more than 500 pounds. Yak says rude to ask a guy's weight. I'm sure the fat guy wouldn't mind. Anyways, next screen. Alright, so here we meet Alexander. This is the guy from the journal entry we found before. And Alexander, he's just like he's just insane. He's a psychopath. And this is like, and so you ask him questions like, so you were, like it says in your journal, you were plotting to kill Jeffrey, and he's like, yes, I was plotting to kill him. I didn't succeed though. So he claims he was plotting to kill Jeffrey, but that he didn't do it. So he is actually innocent, according to him, despite the fact that he intended to kill Jeffrey. Wolfer Gaming says, what is this game's name? This is called The Mansion of Mystery. A paper computer game number 3. I don't think I put this one on the PCG shop. I'm not sure. I may or may not have. Yak says, ooh, I recognize those paintings. Yes, indeed. So this painting you will recognize from the end of game number 2, the alien invasion. We have over here our good old buddy Roshi Veg, aka Anstari. So Anstari, you're actually in 2 paintings today. You know, here's like Pierre and Zuvak, you know, getting ready to fight him or whatever. This game is this is from one of Chris's games. From Chris's game, Relics of the Sea. You had to infiltrate like a neo-Nazi base, and this is that base. So, yeah, that game is on the PCG shop, by the way. Yeah, anyway, so another one of the doors in the same hallway, we meet Xandria. See, you know it's Xandria because this says Xandria's chair. So you can tell. And it says UBP agent is here. So this banner is telling us that Xandria is an agent of the UBPE, United Bunch of People Who Are Evil. And up here, see this painting? This is a reference to the first paper computer game ever made. Which, of course, there is a, like, if you want to know more about this game, there is a video on my channel, the first paper computer game ever made, which tells you the story of what's going on here. But basically, this is where you're escaping out of a window from Chris's house. Like, you're playing as Zach, escaping from a window from Chris's house, and you have to climb down this, like, apple tree. So that's what that was, this painting was a reference to. Anstari says, oh my god, I'm literally famous. Yak says, but you are though. Who doesn't know the name Anstari? Yak says, Alexander, tell me when's the last time you ate a turtle? Alexander would, oh, I eat turtles all the time. They're delicious. Woohoo! That's what Alexander would say. Anyway, so that's Xandria's chair. And Xandria says she's innocent. But she's, you know, she's from the UBPE, the United Bunch of People Who Are Evil. And here's her diary. Xandria's diary. Like, oh my god, I am so happy to be working for UBPE. I'm surprised that Jeffrey's dead, though. If anyone's reading this, I didn't kill him. Really? Signed, Xandria, agent of UBPE. So, that's not sus at all. And Starry says, never. I've never eaten a turtle. Yak says, I knew it. Guilty. Committed the crime. So, now across the hall from Xandria, we come into this room and we meet Xandiria. So you got Xandria and her sister, Xandiria. Xandiria is less Valley Girl and more like cool, collected agent of the UBPE. See, she's the big sister, and she got her sister into it. And you have to interrogate her, and she's like, no, I am completely innocent. I did not murder Mr. Jeffrey. So these two references are pretty obscure. You're not going to recognize these. This one is like Zach, Chris, Colette, and Ari landing on an alien planet from this alien ship from one of Chris's games that I remembered from when we were kids. Like this was like a team-up game where all three of us were actually there playing the game. The only one who wasn't part of it was like Chris. Like his character was in the game, but you know, Chris wasn't actually playing because he was, you know, being the PCG master, obviously. But yeah, all I remember from that game, besides this scene of like landing on an alien world, and it's like, wow, is that Colette was way better at solving puzzles than me. Like, you know, even though I'd been playing PCGs this whole time, and she just came in there and she's just like, oh, I'll do this, and Chris is like, whoa, it works. Like, this is weird. Like, Zach usually takes like half an hour to figure stuff out. She's like, I'll do that. He's like, whoa, you solved the next puzzle already. Like, and I was like, what am I even here for? Anyways, so this painting is a reference to Kurt's very first paper computer game before he really got into PCGs. He made a game where like it was a one-page PCG, and you play and like there was an invisible echidna, like specifically the echidnas from Sonic, and like you had to use a mirror to like because you could see the echidna in the reflection, but not in real life. So you had to use that to find out where he is to defeat him. So anyway, that's that screen. This is the final screen. See, like, look. This is where I am establishing a tradition of mystery paper computer games, you guys. Tradition time. So, this screen is the suspect screen. Basically, at the end of the game, once you've gathered all your clues and you've done everything you can do, you're just automatically taken to this screen. And this screen is the screen where all the subjects are gathered together and the cops come, finally. And they just gather everyone together and the cops say to you, all right, who is it? Who killed Jeffrey? And based on everything you know about these characters, you have to point to the correct person who is guilty. And Wolfer Gaming says Anstarry likes turtles. Yeah, likes eating turtles. So anyways, yeah, you have to point to the person who's guilty. And the painting's in this room because this is the final screen. What do you think this is? This painting over here, that is obviously the Mansion of Mystery itself. And this painting was intended to be the painting for the next paper computer game I was going to make, which would have been a paper computer game. But see, the thing about this game is when I started making it, it just got too ambitious, too fast, and it kept evolving, and it took a very long time to finish. But it eventually turned into a little game called Balzac Lobotron. So that's what this is a reference to. The starship you pilot in Balzac Lobotron. It ended up looking different because, like, my initial concept of it versus the final game, like, the design changed. But yeah, that's what this is supposed to be a reference to, like a coming attraction for the next game almost. And Sorry says it's the fat guy. So yeah. Who does everyone think did it? I'm gonna take a bite of pizza while you guys answer that. What was it? The fat guy? Was it Alexander, who's been plotting to kill Jeffrey this whole time? Was it Xandria, the Valley Girl, who's excited to work for UBPE? Was it Xandiria, the experienced UBPE agent? Or, yeah, those are the only suspects. Yak says the turtle eater did it. Not inaccurate. Turns out, the answer is, and because she is technically the final boss, because she's the main enemy of this game, I wrote her name on the back, as per tradition. It says the answer is, drum roll please. Agent of UBPE, United a Bunch of People Who Are Evil, Xanderia. Dun dun dun. So yeah, it was Xanderia the whole time. She killed Jeffrey because, like, he was, yeah, like, I think he was giving money to the company instead of the UBPE, like a lot of money. And the UBPE had to stop that because the UBPE during this time, well, this isn't really revealed in the in this game, but the UBPE was at war with the company and they wanted to stop it. There's a PCG Wiki article on this, which is like Chronicles Addendum, like extra stuff I added. Which is called The Great Internet War, if you want to know more about that. Anyway, here's the notepad. Like, I gave him a notepad to write down all of the clues he finds. Like suspects. Has gun, will do it in a few hours, has to get fat guy, hurry, can't be moved, works for an evil organization, Xandria UBPE. My dad actually played this game. And here's the inventory screen. You got your shotgun, your genie's lamp, your letters, garlic, sandwich, two slim fasts, pipe, of course, lighter, small key. Yeah. That is the third. This really should be the fourth game. This is basically the fourth game. But I called it number 3. Anyway, this is the fourth paper computer game. Oh man, Anstari's going to sleep. Maybe I should... I don't know. Should I keep going, you guys? What do you think? If people are getting tired and starting to leave, it is almost evil died and liar. Well, have a good night, Anstari. Maybe that is a good place to stop. It is almost 1 in the morning now. And we went through 4 PCGs. I think that's probably a good place to stop. Hey guys, how do you feel about the idea of me stopping now and continuing this tomorrow night? Yeah, Axis, I'm still here. Sweet. Thanks, dude. Because the idea of eating like straight for a while is starting to sound pretty nice. As much as figs don't deserve that, they also require sustenance in order to survive, in order to be tasty snacks for the great mouth. So, Yak says, you share my stance on Anstari's turtle eating? Totally. Wolfra says, me too, Zach. Thanks, Wolfra. But yeah, well, what do you guys think about that? I think that'd probably be a good idea. So we have a lot more PCGs to get through, so I think it'd be a good idea to stop now, do this again tomorrow night. We could do a pizza mukbang. What's a mukbang? Oh my god, I totally do not get the reference. I'm so sorry. Live pizza mukbang? I don't know what that is. Alright, you guys. I think I'm calling it. I think I'm going to do that. I guess I will end the stream now. Whatever you want to do. All right. Well, thanks. Thank you guys so much for watching. Tune in tomorrow. I'll do it at the same time, like 9:15 Eastern time. Yeah, we'll go through the rest of the PCGs, and then finally after that, that will build up to my my stream reveal of Balzac Bobotron. So yeah. Thanks for watching. Good night, folks. PCG you later. And yeah, that was fun.